Tonight, as you rest your head on your pillow, allow me to gently guide you into the mysterious heart of Zen Buddhism. What the masters have called the religion of no religion, no prior knowledge is needed. Simply breathe and let your mind drift as ancient wisdom washes over you like gentle waves. This is no ordinary sleep meditation. These are teachings that have transformed millions of lives, quieted anxious minds, dissolved stress, and revealed a peace hiding in plain sight. As your body relaxes, we will explore how to release the thoughts. Keeping you awake, discover the magic in ordinary moments and find freedom from suffering. These teachings speak not to the intellect, but to your deepest self. So, let us begin. Zen. Just the word itself is enough to evoke a sense of stillness. It is derived from the Japanese pronunciation of the Chinese word Chen, which in turn came from the Sanskrit word dhyana, meaning meditation. Zen, at its core, is the art of waking up. It is not a philosophy, not a religion in the conventional sense. It is a direct experience of reality, stripped of all concepts, ideas, and dogma. As you feel the weight of the day begin to lift from your shoulders, consider this. Zen doesn't ask you to believe in anything. It asks only one thing: pay attention. Not with the mind that calculates and judges, but with the awareness that simply observes. That awareness is already within you. Right now, in this moment, the ancient Zen masters often said, "Don't seek the truth, just stop cherishing opinions." This doesn't mean to abandon all understanding, but rather to loosen the grip we have on our thoughts, to see them as clouds drifting across the sky of awareness. The sky remains unchanged by the storm or the sunshine. Let's go back to the 6th century, where a wandering Indian monk named Bodhidharma brought the teachings of direct mind-to-mind transmission. To China, he said, a special transmission outside the scriptures, not relying on words or letters, pointing directly to the mind. In this moment, feel the gentle rhythm of your breath. Inhale, exhale. There is no effort to make. You are not trying to get anywhere. There is no goal, just this breath, this presence, this stillness. Zen stories or koans are often used to point toward this direct realization. They aren't meant to be solved intellectually, but to short-circuit the habitual thinking mind. One such story: a student asked Master Joshu, "What is the way?" Joshu answered, "Your ordinary mind, that is the way." The student was confused. "But should I direct myself toward it?" Joshu said. "If you try to direct yourself toward it, you go away from it." This is the heart of Zen, the paradox that the very seeking keeps you from what you seek. So, as you lie here tonight, stop seeking. Let the searching rest. Allow each thought to rise and fall like a wave. Don't chase it, don't resist it. Just watch. Behind all thoughts, there is a vast silence. That silence is not empty, it is alive. It is you. In Zen, one of the central practices is zazen, or seated meditation. But in this nighttime meditation, your posture is the pillow, your cushion is your bed, and your temple is the quiet of your own heart as you rest. Imagine yourself in a Zen monastery in the mountains. There is no noise, no clocks ticking, no distractions, only wind brushing across bamboo leaves, the scent of incense, the soft sound of distant chanting. Monks in robes walk slowly, mindfully, each step a prayer. They practice kinhin walking meditation, each step taken with full attention. There is nowhere to go, nothing to achieve. This moment is complete. Zen teaches us that every action can be sacred when done with full presence. Drinking tea, sweeping the floor, washing a bowl, these are not chores. They are expressions of awakening. Now consider your own life. How many moments have passed unnoticed, unlived? How often have you hurried through the now to get to some imagined, better future? In Zen, the future doesn't exist. The past is gone. All that's real is this breath. You are not your thoughts. You are not your worries. You are not your name or even your history. You are the awareness that sees all of this. That awareness is not anxious, not stressed, not afraid. It simply is. Master Dogen, one of the great Zen teachers, said, "To study the way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be awakened by all things." As you lie still now, notice the rise and fall of your belly. In this subtle movement is the dance of the universe. No moment is ordinary. No breath is wasted. Zen does not offer promises of heaven or threats of hell. It invites you into this very moment. It shows that enlightenment is not something to attain, but something to notice, right here, right now. Another story. A student said to the master, "I am very discouraged." "What should I do?" The master replied, "Encourage others." Zen is filled with these kinds of teachings. Simple, profound, disarming. They pull you out of your head and into your life. You may be wondering, but how can this help me sleep? The truth is, most insomnia is a result of racing thoughts, of a mind that won't let go. Zen doesn't fight those thoughts, it watches them, and in the watching, they lose their grip. Let go. Let your thoughts come and go like guests. Be the host, not the house. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to understand everything. You only need to be here, to feel the sheets. On your skin, the rhythm of your breath, the stillness in the room. This is Zen. Even the act of falling asleep is a kind of surrender. You cannot force it. You can only allow it. In the same way, enlightenment cannot be forced. It comes when the striving stops. You've been running all your life from fear, from pain, from emptiness. But what if, just for tonight, you stopped? What if you allowed everything to be as it is? What if you stopped fighting yourself? Zen whispers, "You are already whole." So now, as your breath softens and the world fades away, enter the Zen night, a place where nothing needs to be done, where silence is your teacher, where rest is sacred, where you remember who you are, not the roles you play, but the being. Behind it all, this is the beginning of the journey, or perhaps the end. In Zen, there's no difference. Rest now, and in your rest, awaken. The teaching begins there is an old Zen story, simple, yet endlessly profound. A university professor once visited a revered Zen master. Master quietly served tea. He poured into the professor's cup until it was full, but then he kept pouring. The tea overflowed onto the table, spilling into the professor's lap. Shocked, the professor cried, "It's full. No more will go in." The master stopped and smiled gently. "Like this cup," he said, "you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" Letting go of knowing let this story echo within you, not just as a lesson in humility, but as an invitation. Tonight, what if you let go of what you think? You know, all your roles, your stories, your beliefs even, just for a moment. Zen is not about adding more information to your mind. It is about subtracting, peeling away the noise until only silence remains. Not the silence of nothingness, but a silence that contains everything. You don't need to believe anything tonight. You don't even need to understand. You only need to be here, present, open, empty, breathe in, and breathe out. Let your breath be the broom that gently sweeps your inner space clean. Emptying is a practice. The empty cup is not just a metaphor. It is a real and living experience. Each night, as you lay your head down, you have a chance to empty your cup. All the judgments, the guilt, the to-do lists, the need to be right, the need to be someone. Zen asks only this: can you put it down, even for one breath? That is enough to begin. In fact, that is all Zen ever asks you to do. Begin now. Let us sit together in this stillness, not to achieve something, not to chase enlightenment, but simply to sit in this presence. Even the idea of a you sitting may fall away. A cup holds because it is empty. Consider this. A cup is useful only because it is empty. Its walls are solid, yes, but its emptiness is what makes it hold. Water. The same is true for you. Your real power, your deepest peace, doesn't come from the things you collect: degrees, titles, possessions, even spiritual insights. It comes from your capacity to hold space, to be quiet, to listen, to be present with another without judgment. In Zen, we do not worship knowledge. We do not cling to scriptures. In fact, Zen has been called a special transmission outside the scriptures, not relying on words or letters. What a paradox! Here we are, using words to guide you into a space that lives beyond them. But that is the nature of Zen. It uses words to point to what cannot be said. Burn the books say. Zen student once asked the master, "What is the essence of Buddhism?" The master replied, "Nothing holy, just this." Another time, a student arrived at the monastery carrying books under his arm. The master asked, "Why do you carry those dead words?" The student responded, "These are the sutras, the teachings of the Buddha." The master struck the books with his stick and said, "Let the sutras speak for themselves if they are truly alive." Zen doesn't hate knowledge. It just knows that knowledge can become a trap. A full cup leaves no room for the tea of direct experience. So tonight, symbolically, let us burn the books. More alive, more direct, more you. Zen, in the ordinary Zen, teaches that the sacred hides in the ordinary, the sound of the wind in the trees, the feeling of warm sheets against your skin, the steady rhythm of your breath. There is no enlightenment elsewhere. When your cup is empty, the most mundane moment becomes luminous. Washing dishes, folding clothes, listening to the rain. These are not chores, they are gateways. Can you feel it? Can you experience this very moment, this breath as sacred? That is Zen. A moment of practice lets pause, not to analyze, but to feel. Close your eyes, if they aren't already. Let your hands rest gently. Soften your belly. Now breathe in deeply. Through your nose, hold for a moment, and slowly exhale through the mouth. Feel the breath leaving and feel what remains. This, just this. Nothing added, nothing needed. A cup empty, yet perfectly full. The mind will resist, and yet the mind will say, "This is silly," or "This isn't working." That is normal. The mind thrives on filling. The cup, it wants to be busy. It wants certainty. It wants control. But you are not the mind. You are the space in which thoughts appear and disappear. Imagine watching clouds drift across a blue sky. The clouds are thoughts, but the sky, that vast open awareness, that is you. In Zen, we return again and again to this vastness, not to escape life, but to meet it fully. With an empty cup, you see clearly, you act wisely, you love freely, the beginner's mind. And Master Shunryu Suzuki once said, "In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few." The beginner's mind is an empty cup. It's the mind of a child. Seeing snow for the first time, or hearing a bird call and not naming it, but feeling it in the chest. Try this now. Forget what you think you know. Forget what tomorrow holds. Forget even your name. Just for a moment, what is left? A vastness, a presence, a gentle aliveness. This is Zen. Not to fix, but to see many come to Zen, hoping to fix something: anxiety, sadness, restlessness. And while Zen does bring healing, it does so not by fixing you, but by helping you see. There is nothing to fix. Suffering arises when we resist what is, when we believe something should be different. But when we empty the cup, even suffering can be held gently, without judgment. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. You are, in fact, already home. Tonight's invitation. Tonight, as you drift toward sleep, here is your invitation. Empty your cup. Let go of today's roles: mother, father, worker, thinker, doer. Let go of right and wrong, success and failure. Let go of needing to be Zen. Just be here, a breath, a body, a silence. No more striving, no more stories, just rest. The real miracle, the real. Miracle is not walking on water or meditating for hours. The real miracle is being fully present with what is. A mosquito buzz, a single tear. The sound of your own heartbeat in the night. Zen is not somewhere else. It is here, not in a temple, but in your breath, not in a book, but in the space between thoughts, not in the future, but now, and now, and now. Thank you for joining us tonight, for trusting this pathless path, for letting go, even if just a little dot. As the Zen master Rinzai once said, if you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him, because in Zen, no one can walk this path for you. You are the teacher, you are the student, you are the silence, you are the bell dot, and now the bell rings only. In your heart, sleep deeply, dear one. The cup is empty, and so you are full. As you continue your journey into the quiet, luminous realm of Zen, let us now step deeper into one of the most enigmatic teachings of all, what the ancient masters called the sound of one hand clapping. This cone, seemingly paradoxical and nonsensical, is in fact a gateway, not a riddle to be solved, but a finger pointing directly at the nature of reality. So tonight, let us not try to solve anything. Let us sit together, breathe, and listen not with our ears, but with the entire being. The phrase, "What is the sound of one hand clapping?" was first recorded in the writings of Zen master Hakuin Ikaku in 18th century Japan. He did not intend to confuse, but to liberate. In Zen, koans are not intellectual puzzles, they are catalysts for awakening. They are designed to short-circuit the thinking mind and lead one into direct experience. Think of the sound of one hand as a key, but not a key that opens a door you can see. Rather, a key that dissolves the door entirely. It is the thunderous silence at the heart of being, the sound of the mind dropping away. Tonight, let's explore this mysterious silence, not by explaining it, but by living it. Imagine yourself seated beneath a full moon in an empty forest. The wind rustles the trees softly, and yet your attention is drawn inward. You are not chasing thoughts, nor are you silencing them. You are simply here. The question arises not from the brain, but from the heart. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Not what does it mean, but what does it reveal? Does it show you that opposites are illusions? That noise and silence are not two things? That to search for truth outside yourself is to look forever in vain? The more you try to answer, the farther you stray, but the moment you stop answering, something shifts. Awareness expands. You fall inward into a space that has no edges. Here, in this inner sanctum, words dissolve. The trees are not trees. The self is not self. And yet everything is exactly as it is. You hear it now through the sound of one hand. Not with your ears, but with your presence. And it is not a sound. It is the silence from which all sounds emerge. Zen teaches us that truth is not found in concepts, but in immediacy. The moment we try to define the sound of one hand, we lose it. But when we sit with it, without grasping it, opens a doorway into something vast. The sound of one hand is the space between thoughts, the gap between breaths, the still point before desire arises. It is not the silence of nothing. It is the fullness of everything. The master asks, "Show me the sound of one hand." If you speak, you are wrong. If you stay silent, you are also wrong. So what do? You become the KOAN. You become the question. You let it burn in your chest. Like a lantern, you let it strip away every idea you've had about life, self, enlightenment. In that space, what remains? Just this, just now, just presence. Let's walk through the implications together first. The cone reveals the limits of the rational mind. We live much of our lives under the tyranny of logic, trying to explain, prove, justify. But the deepest truths cannot be contained by thought. When a baby laughs, does she need a reason? When the wind moves across your face, do you analyze it or do you feel it? The sound of one hand asks you to stop explaining and start listening. Second, it reveals that duality is an illusion. Sound and no sound, self and other, inside and outside. These are useful for navigating daily life, but they are not ultimately real. What is real is this: what you are experiencing right now. Beneath the labels, when you truly engage the cone, you start to feel the edges of identity soften. You are no longer this or that, you are simply awake. Third, it invites radical surrender. There is no solving this cone. You cannot win, but you can let go, and in the letting go, there is a profound peace. The Zen master Bankei once said, "Don't try to become anything. Don't make yourself into anything. Just be aware of yourself as you are." The sound of one hand brings you into that awareness. Let us now move into direct experience. Close your eyes, if they aren't already closed. Feel the weight of your body, the breath entering and leaving, the sounds in the room, the silence between the sounds. Now, hold the question gently, not in the mind, but in your whole being. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Feel the mind resist. Feel it grasp for logic. And then, let it fall away. Drop into the stillness beneath the question. That stillness is the answer. There is a famous story of a student who asked the master, "What is the meaning of Zen?" The master replied, "The cypress tree in the courtyard." The student was confused. Was this a metaphor? A secret message? But the master was pointing to reality, pure, immediate, unfiltered. Zen does not explain. It shows. And so does the sound of one hand, the bird song in the early morning, the warmth of tea in your hands, the ache in your chest when you miss someone. These are not distractions from enlightenment. They are enlightenment if you meet them without resistance. The sound of one hand is not hidden. It is this breath, this silence, this mystery that you are. So tonight, as you drift towards sleep, let the cone walk with you, not as a question to solve, but as a companion. Let it empty you, unmake you, return you to the place where you were before you were born. The sound of one hand is the lullaby of the universe. It asks nothing. It gives everything. Let go now and listen. Chapter 4. The Stillness Beyond. Thought, take a deep breath. Not just any breath, but one that moves through you like wind through a bamboo forest light, free and without resistance. Now exhale slowly. Allowing the day to dissolve, there is a realm, always present yet rarely noticed. A realm beneath the clutter of thoughts, beneath the surface noise of planning, worrying, labeling, and interpreting. Zen points us toward that realm. It does not require belief. It does not ask you to accept a doctrine or dogma. It only asks that you notice what is here before the words, before thought, before memory, before name. In this chapter, we explore the stillness that exists beyond thinking, a silence, not of sound, but of being. The nature of thought. Your mind has been active all your life, since childhood. It has been naming, comparing, and creating. It generates ideas, it anticipates future events, it revisits the past in loops. This activity is not a mistake. The mind is not the enemy. Thought, when used skillfully, is a helpful servant. But Zen reminds us, it is a poor master. Much of human suffering arises from identification with thought, from believing every thought we think is true, from being entangled in stories that were never ours to carry. The stillness Zen speaks of is not the absence of thought, but the absence of attachment to thought. You may notice that even as you listen to these words, thoughts arise. What does this mean? Am I doing this right? Is this helping me sleep? Notice them. Do not suppress them. Let them rise like bubbles in a clear pond and watch them pop. That which watches the quiet witness has no opinion. It does not judge. It does not struggle. It simply sees Zazen. Sitting with silent Zen practitioners engage in Zazen. a form of seated meditation. But it is not a technique to achieve something. It is not concentration. It is not visualization. Zazen is just sitting. Imagine an old monk sitting on a stone bench beneath a tree, unmoving. He is not trying to stop his thoughts. He is not trying to feel bliss. He is just sitting. With presence, with openness, with attention so soft and vast that even his breath feels like wind over still water. In Zazen, you sit in stillness and allow all things to be as they are. There is no resistance, no grasping, no rejecting. Can you feel that now, even as you lie in bed? You are not trying to achieve peace. You are not trying to fix anything. You are simply being, and in that being, there is a great silence. The sound of rain, the whisper of truths. Zen masters speak of the ordinary world as sacred. The sound of rain on the roof is not just noise, it is truth speaking. The chirping of crickets at night, the hum of a ceiling fan, the creak of floorboards. Each sound is pointing back to this moment, back to what is real, beyond thought. Beyond commentary, have you ever noticed how the mind tries to interpret everything? It hears a bird and says, "That's a sparrow." It sees the moon and says, "Beautiful." But Zen invites us to listen before the label, to see before the thought. What is the sound of rain without calling it rain? What is the moon without naming it beautiful? That experience, raw, fresh, and unfiltered, is the gate to stillness. Cone of the Still Lake. There's a story told in Zen circles of a student who approached the master. "Master," he said, "how can I quiet my mind?" The master poured him a cup of tea, and then another and another, until the tea overflowed. The student shouted, "Stop! It's spilling everywhere." The master smiled. "So too is your mind. Full of too much, let it spill. Then you will taste stillness. In this moment, what are you full of? What thoughts are spilling over the rim? What old stories? What future worries? Let them spill. Let the cup empty. And then ... stillness. The uncarved blockson speaks of the uncarved block, a metaphor for our original nature. Before we were carved into identities, daughter, husband, employee, achiever, failure. Before all that, we were simply this: alive, breathing, aware, not broken, not lost, just ... Here to return to stillness is not to become something else, it is to unbecome, to return. To remember, no mind, pure presence. The Japanese word mushin means no mind. It does not mean a blank mind. It means a mind so free it flows like water, so open it grasps nothing, so still it reflects everything. Have you seen a lake so still that it reflects the sky perfectly? That is the mind in mushin, and from that stillness arises spontaneous wisdom, right action, compassion, joy. Not as a plan, not as a duty, but as a natural unfolding, like the way flowers bloom, like the way children laugh. Practicing the stillness now as you lie here. You are practicing Zen. You are not analyzing. You are not striving. You are simply listening, breathing, noticing. Each breath rises, each breath falls. There is nothing to fix, nothing to chase. Even if thoughts arise, let them. Even if you feel restless, let it be. Stillness is not the absence of motion. It is the absence of resistance to motion. Let the world move. Let the body breathe. Let the mind wander and gently return to breath. Return to the space between thoughts. Return to the silence, watching all things. The wisdom of no escapes does not promise escape from life. It does not seek heaven, does not fear hell. It invites you to this moment, to be here so fully that even sorrow becomes sacred, even joy becomes transparent. Nothing clung to, nothing rejected. This is the stillness beyond thought, not a place to get to, but the space that has always been beneath you. Right here, right now, breathe into it, fall into it, and sleep may come. Or it may not. It does not matter. because you are already resting in the true stillness. The stillness beyond thought. Let us end here. Not with a conclusion, but with an invitation to carry this stillness with you. Into dreams, into waking, into life itself. Let your next breath be the teacher. Let your own heart be the temple. Let the silence speak what no words can say. And now, ... rest. Letting go to simple words, yet for many, a lifetime struggle. In the heart of Zen, however, letting go is not merely a choice, it is the way. To walk the Zen path is to learn the sacred art of releasing, not with force or resistance, but with grace, presence, and awareness. Tonight, as you close your eyes and your breath begins to soften, we enter the silent realm where attachments dissolve and peace begins. You don't need to force yourself to change or fix anything. Zen does not ask for improvement, it asks for awareness. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means seeing clearly what you've been clinging to and understanding that true freedom lies not in gaining more, but in needing less. The Zen masters often speak of the finger pointing to the moon. If you cling to the finger, you'll miss the moon. The teachings point us toward direct experience, not intellectual understanding. So, what are we letting go of? Letting go of the illusion of control. Letting go of the need to be right. Letting go of the stories we tell ourselves. Letting go of expectations. Letting go of past wounds and future worries. This chapter invites you into a deep inner stillness where these burdens may softly fall away. It doesn't require effort, just attention. The mind, like a clenched fist, can open gently when no longer forced to hold on. The art of the empty cup. There's an old Zen story of a professor who visited a master to learn about Zen. The master poured tea into the professor's cup and continued to pour even after it was full. "Stop!" cried the professor. "It's overflowing." "Exactly," the master replied. "You are like this cup full of your own opinions and beliefs. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" Letting go is the emptying of the cup. Each time you cling to certainty, to identity, to belief, you limit the space Zen needs to work its silent magic. Release is not about losing it, about opening guided reflection, floating down the river. Picture yourself in a small wooden boat, drifting down a slow-moving river. The sky above you is vast and blue. The air is still, and the only sound is the lapping of water against the boat. You feel the weight of old emotions in your backpack. Resentment, fear, one by one, you gently take them out and toss them into the water. They do not sink, they float away. You do not need to chase them or watch where they go. Just release them and continue drifting. The more you let go, the lighter you feel. And as the boat floats, you begin to realize you were never moving the boat. The current of life was always carrying you. Zen teaches that the river of life flows effortlessly. We suffer not because the river stops, but because we resist the current. Surrender is not defeat. It's the highest intelligence. Breathing through the pain, letting go, doesn't always feel peaceful. Sometimes it feels like death, the death of an old identity, an old belief, or an old dream. Zen does not sugarcoat this. It invites us to stay with the discomfort, to breathe into the space where the old is breaking and the new has not yet formed. In this breath, right now, feel what needs to be felt. Trust that you don't need to fix it. You only need to be present with it. A great Zen master once shouted, "What, at this moment, is lacking?" The student, shocked into silence, realized the answer was nothing. This is the heart of letting go, not seeking peace, but seeing that peace is already here when we stop searching. The bamboo's secret: the bamboo bends with the wind. It does not resist. It is strong because it is flexible. In Japanese Zen gardens, bamboo is planted not just for its beauty, but for its silent teaching. That the rigid breaks and the soft survives. When your thoughts come like storms, be like bamboo. Bend Do not resist. Let the wind of worry pass through. You know that you are rooted in something deeper in earth that does not move. Practical practice. The breath of release it, or lie comfortably. Inhale slowly, hold for a moment. As you exhale, mentally repeat, I let go. Let the body sink. Let the thoughts float. Notice any tension. Breathe into it. Soften. Repeat this for a few minutes. Each breath is a small death of what is no longer needed. Final words for the night. There's nothing to achieve here. Nothing. To become? No enlightenment to grasp. Just you, this breath, and the invitation to let go. Over and over. Like the tide withdrawing from the shore, you too can return to the vast ocean of stillness. You may forget these words tomorrow. That's okay. Zen is not a memory. It is this moment, freshly unfolding. As you drift into sleep tonight, let every muscle relax. Let every thought drift away. Let every need dissolve. You are not holding on. You are held. Let us begin. The paradox of no-religion Buddhism is often described paradoxically as the religion of no religion. This intriguing phrase captures the essence of a spiritual tradition that defies conventional categorization. Unlike many world religions that are anchored firmly in theistic belief systems, sacred texts, or strict dogmas, Buddhism, particularly Zen Buddhism, offers a unique path that emphasizes direct experience over doctrinal belief. Zen Buddhism, a prominent school within the larger Buddhist tradition, is especially renowned for its practical approach to awakening, presence, and mental clarity. This tradition, steeped in centuries of wisdom, holds profound tools not only for spiritual awakening, but also for improving everyday life, including the elusive art of deep restorative sleep. This chapter explores how Zen Buddhism, with its religion of no religion stance, can provide a gateway to deep sleep and mental peace by guiding practitioners beyond the confines of restless thought and emotional turbulence. The essence of Buddhism. Beyond belief, Buddhism's foundational philosophy. Buddhism originates with Siddhartha Gautama, the historical Buddha, who lived roughly 2,500 years ago in what is now Nepal and India. His teachings do not center on a creator god or a fixed theological framework, but focus on understanding and transcending human suffering. Dukkha at its core. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from craving and ignorance, particularly the ignorance of the true nature of the self and reality. The Buddha urged his followers to verify his teachings through personal experience, ihipaseko, rather than blind faith. This empirical approach makes Buddhism inherently different from faith-based religions and places it in the unique position of being a philosophy, psychology, and spiritual practice all in one. The religion of no religion. Phrase, religion of no religion, reflects this fundamental Buddhist openness. Buddhism accepts that traditional religious beliefs about gods, souls, heavens may have cultural significance, but are not essential to the path of liberation. The Buddha himself was famously reticent or silent when questioned on metaphysical subjects, redirecting attention to immediate lived experience and the present moment. Zen Buddhism crystallizes this attitude by minimizing ritual, scripture study, and theological debate. Instead, it emphasizes just sitting zazen, mindfulness, and direct insight into one's own nature. The goal is to awaken to reality as it is, free from conceptual overlays and attachments. Zen Buddhism, a path of direct experience. The origins and characteristics of Zen Buddhism developed from Chan Buddhism in China before flourishing in Japan. The word Zen derives from the Sanskrit dhyana, meaning meditation or focused concentration. Zen is renowned for its emphasis on simplicity, directness, and paradoxical teaching methods, koans, rather than providing intellectual answers. Zen uses these paradoxes and meditation practices to break habitual thinking patterns and awaken direct, non-conceptual awareness. Zen meditation and mindfulness for sleeps in meditation Zen meditation, Zazen, teaches practitioners to sit quietly and observe thoughts without engagement or judgment. This practice fosters a deep mental stillness, which contrasts sharply with the busy, often anxious mental chatter that disrupts sleep by cultivating mindfulness, the non-reactive awareness of present experience. Zen practitioners learn to release the tension caused by rumination and worry. This capacity is invaluable for those suffering from insomnia or restless sleep. The neuroscience of meditation and sleep. Recent scientific research supports the efficacy of meditation practices, including Zen techniques, for improving sleep quality. Meditation reduces sympathetic nervous system activity, the fight-or-flight response, and activates the parasympathetic nervous system, fostering relaxation. Regular meditation is associated with increased production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles, and improvements in sleep latency, the time it takes to fall asleep. And sleep duration. Zen meditation's focus on presence and acceptance also helps reduce stress and anxiety, major contributors to insomnia by altering brain activity in areas related to emotional regulation. The practice of Zen for deep sleep. Step by step 1. Establishing a calm environment. The physical setting matters. A quiet, dimly lit space, free from distractions, supports the transition to relaxation and meditative awareness. Zen teachings emphasize simplicity and naturalness, so a minimalist and clutter-free sleeping area can enhance this calm. To Zen. Before bed sitting meditation, before bedtime, is an effective way to calm the restless mind. The practitioner sits upright with good posture, focusing on the breaths, observing its natural rhythm without control or interference. When thoughts arise, the instruction is not to suppress them, but to note them gently and return to the breath. This process trains the mind to detach from worries and mental chatter that often keep one awake. 3. Mindful awareness of sensation. Zen encourages deep attention to bodily sensations, muscle tension, heartbeat, temperature. By anchoring awareness in the body, the mind is drawn away from restless thoughts toward immediate experience, promoting relaxation and readiness for sleep. 4. Embracing impermanence and letting go. A central Zen teaching is the impermanence anicca of all things, including thoughts and feelings. Recognizing that anxious thoughts or discomforts are transient can reduce their power. Practicing non-attachment helps one let go of the desire to control or eliminate sleep difficulties, paradoxically easing the way into sleep. The psychological benefits of Zen's no-religion approach. Reducing existential anxiety. Traditional religions often offer fixed answers about life, death, and the afterlife. For some, this provides comfort. For others, it may generate existential conflict or fear. Zen's approach frees the practitioner from dogmatic belief systems and instead offers a direct encounter with the mystery of existence as it is. Freedom can reduce existential anxiety, a common source of sleep disturbance. By fostering acceptance and equanimity, cultivating compassion and self-acceptance. Practice nurtures compassion, both toward oneself and others. The practice of just sitting encourages an attitude of non-judgmental awareness, which can soften the harsh inner critic that often fuels insomnia. By cultivating kindness toward one's present state, including sleeplessness, practitioners may find less resistance and more peace. Zen stories and parables to calm the mind. Zen teachings often use simple stories and paradoxical anecdotes to break mental fixations and evoke a direct experience of peace. For example, the famous Kon What is the sound of one hand clapping, invites the practitioner to go beyond dualistic thinking. Such questions do not have logical answers, but open space for a fresh, open-minded experience that can settle the restless mind. Integrating Zen into daily life for better sleep. Beyond the cushion, Zen in everyday moments. Zen is not confined to formal meditation. It teaches that every moment is an opportunity for mindfulness and presence, from washing dishes to walking. Practicing this moment-to-moment awareness throughout the day reduces overall stress and builds the mental habit of presence, making the transition to peaceful sleep easier. The religion of no religion. In a modern world, Zen's approach is particularly suited for today's pluralistic, fast-paced societies. Without demanding belief in specific doctrines, it invites people of any background to explore their own minds and find peace. This inclusivity, combined with its practical meditation techniques, makes Zen a powerful antidote to modern sleep disorders, linked to stress and overthinking, challenges and misconceptions. Zen is not a quick fix. While Zen meditation can greatly improve sleep quality, it is not a magic pill. Consistent practice and patience are essential. The mind's habitual patterns may take time to change. Not just for Buddhists, Zen's teachings are accessible to anyone. Regardless of religious affiliation, it is a practical psychology of mind and awareness, not a dogma. Balance between practice and lifestyles. Sleep quality also depends on physical health, environment, and habits. Zen practice complements, but does not replace good sleep hygiene. Conclusion: the path to deep sleep and peace is in Buddhism, as the religion of no religion invites us to wake up to the reality of the present moment, shedding layers of conceptual noise and emotional turbulence that keep us restless. Its practices cultivate a deep calm, presence, and acceptance qualities essential for deep, restorative sleep. By integrating Zen's timeless wisdom and meditative techniques into our modern lives, we can find profound peace not only in sleep, but in every waking moment. At first glance, this phrase may seem paradoxical, confusing, or even contradictory. How can a system of spiritual teachings and practices be called a religion and yet be defined by what it lacks the conventional trappings of religion? This chapter will guide you through understanding this unique identity of Buddhism. We will explore the origins of Buddhism, its core teachings, and the reasons why it transcends typical religious frameworks. Our exploration will also highlight how Buddhism can be embraced by people of all faiths and beliefs, or none at all, providing universal tools for personal transformation. What is religion? Traditional definitions and their limits before we can understand why Buddhism is called the religion of no religion. We must first understand what religion typically means. Historically, religion has been understood as a system of beliefs, rituals, ethics, and worship centered around one or more divine beings or supernatural powers. Religions often provide explanations for the origin of life, the cosmos, and human existence, establishing a framework for moral behavior and communal identity. Common features of religion include belief in gods or supreme beings, sacred texts or scriptures, rituals and ceremonies, moral codes and commandments, organized institutions, and clergymen. Religions ask adherents to hold beliefs on faith, often requiring acceptance of divine revelation or sacred mystery beyond direct experience. Buddhism's distinctive approach to religion. Buddhism, emerging over 2,500 years ago in ancient India through the insights of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, presents a markedly different approach. Unlike many religious traditions, Buddhism does not require belief in a creator god or gods, does not promote worship of a supreme deity, does not demand blind faith or dogmatic adherence, focuses on practical methods for personal transformation and ending suffering. In essence, Buddhism is a path grounded in experience, investigation, and mindfulness. Rather than belief, the Buddha himself urged his followers not to accept his teachings blindly, but to verify them through their own direct experience. Do not believe in anything simply because you have heard it. Do not believe in traditions because they have been handed down for many generations. Do not believe in anything because it is spoken and rumored by many. Do not believe in anything because it is found written in your religious books. Do not believe in anything merely on the authority of your teachers and elders, but after observation. and analysis, when you find that anything agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of one and all, then accept it and live up to it. Kalama Sedithis, emphasis on verification over faith positions, Buddhism as a philosophy, psychology, and ethical practice more than a traditional religion. The Buddha, not a god, but a teacher and guide, the central figure of Buddhism, Gautama, known as the Buddha or the Awakened One, is not considered a god or divine being, but an extraordinary human who awakened to the true nature of reality. The Buddha's teachings are a set of practical instructions for understanding suffering, dukkha, its causes, and how to end it through ethical living, mental cultivation, and wisdom. Buddhism does not worship the Buddha, but respects him as a guide who showed the path to awakening. This is a crucial difference from many religions that center on divine worship and revelation, the Four Noble Truths, the heart of Buddhism. To understand Buddhism's core, we turn to the Four Noble Truths, the foundational framework the Buddha taught as the starting point for liberation. The truth of suffering, dukkha. Life inevitably involves suffering, dissatisfaction, and unsatisfactoriness. The truth of the origin of suffering. Suffering arises due to craving, attachment, and ignorance. The truth of the cessation of suffering. It is possible to end suffering by extinguishing craving and ignorance. The truth of the path to the cessation of suffering. There is a practical path, the Eightfold Path, leading to liberation. These truths are presented as observations rather than metaphysical dogma. They encourage personal investigation and transformation. No soul, no creator, the concept of anatta and emptiness. One of Buddhism's revolutionary teachings is the doctrine of anatta, no self, or no permanent, unchanging soul. Unlike religions that affirm a permanent soul or essence, Buddhism asserts that what we call self is a dynamic, interdependent process. This leads to the understanding of emptiness, shunyata, where all phenomena arise dependently and lack inherent, independent existence. These concepts dismantle fixed identities and metaphysical claims, inviting practitioners to experience reality beyond conceptual boundaries. Buddhism as a way of life, not just a religion. Buddhism is often better described as a way of life or a spiritual practice rather than a religion in the conventional sense. Its focus is on ethical conduct, mental training, meditation, and wisdom to cultivate compassion, peace, and liberation from suffering. This makes Buddhism accessible and applicable beyond cultural or religious backgrounds. Why call it the religion of no religion? Given the above, why do many refer to Buddhism as the religion of no religion? Because it transcends belief in gods or deities. It does not rely on faith, but on experience. It has no central dogma or fixed creed. It encourages questioning, investigation, and personal understanding. It offers a universal path beyond sectarian boundaries. This term highlights Buddhism's unique openness, pragmatism, and experiential nature. Buddhism's global appeal and modern relevance in today's world. Buddhism's approach resonates with many seeking spirituality without dogma or sectarianism. Its methods for calming the mind, cultivating compassion, and facing suffering squarely have been embraced across cultures and even secular settings. Zen Buddhism, mindfulness, meditation, and Buddhist psychology have influenced mental health, stress reduction, and wellness programs. Worldwide summary and reflection. In this chapter, we have introduced the idea of Buddhism as the religion of no religion. Buddhism does not demand faith in gods, but invites inquiry. It is a practice-oriented path focused on ending suffering. It transcends traditional religious frameworks by emphasizing experience over dogma. It offers timeless teachings applicable to people of all faiths and none. As we move forward, we will delve deeper into how Zen Buddhism, with its emphasis on direct experience and meditation, offers powerful tools especially for cultivating deep, restorative sleep, Closing meditation prompt to end this introductory chapter. Take a moment for a brief meditation. Sit comfortably, close your eyes if you wish. Take 3 deep, slow breaths, feeling the rise and fall of your chest. Reflect gently on the idea of questioning beliefs and exploring your own experience. Allow your mind to rest in open curiosity without judgment. When ready, slowly open your eyes. When most people think of religion, they imagine systems of strict beliefs, unchanging doctrines, and authoritative dogmas that followers must accept without question. Many traditional religions have prescribed creeds, inflexible teachings, and demands for absolute faith in divine revelation. Buddhism, however, stands apart in this regard. At its core, Buddhism embodies a non-dogmatic essence. It invites inquiry, skepticism, and personal verification. This openness is one of the key reasons Buddhism has thrived across different cultures, eras, and philosophies. In this chapter, we will explore the nature and implications of Buddhism's non-dogmatic approach. We will uncover how this spirit of inquiry shapes Buddhist teachings, practices, and the lived experience of practitioners. Moreover, we will see how this essence fosters freedom, clarity, and profound transformation without the constraints of rigid dogma. What is dogmatism? To appreciate Buddhism's non-dogmatic nature, we first need to understand what dogma is. Dogma refers to principles or beliefs that are proclaimed by an authority as incontrovertibly true. These beliefs are often regarded as absolute, binding, and not open to debate or questioning. In many religions, dogma plays a central role. It establishes a fixed worldview. It delineates orthodoxy versus heresy. It often governs moral, spiritual, and social conduct. It demands faith or acceptance as a test of belonging or salvation. While dogma can provide certainty and community, it can also create conflict, division, and suppression of critical thinking. Buddhism's foundational non-dogmatist Buddhism is radically different in its attitude toward doctrine and belief. The Buddha never claimed to be a god or to deliver a divine revelation. Instead, he positioned his teachings as practical tools, means to an end, the end of suffering. The Buddha encouraged followers to question everything, test teachings through direct experience, not rely on authority or tradition alone. This attitude is famously expressed in the Kalama Sutta, where the Buddha advises, "Do not go upon what has been acquired by repeated hearing, nor upon tradition, nor upon rumor, nor upon what is in the scripture, nor upon surmise, nor upon an axiom, nor upon specious reasoning, nor upon a bias towards a notion that has been pondered over, nor upon another's seeming ability, nor upon the consideration, the monk is our teacher. Kalamas, when you yourselves know, these things are good, these things are not blamable, these things are praised by the wise. Undertaken and observed, these things lead to benefit and happiness, enter on and abide in them." This passage embodies the very essence of Buddhism's non-dogmatic stance: verification over faith, experience over doctrine. The middle way between skepticism and blind faith Buddhism avoids two extremes: blind faith, accepting teachings without understanding or experience; cynical skepticism, rejecting all teachings outright instead. Buddhism advocates the middle way, a balanced approach, combining openness, critical inquiry, and experiential validation. Practitioners are encouraged to engage with the teachings deeply, question their applicability, and integrate them based on personal insight. This approach fosters intellectual freedom and spiritual maturity. The role of reason and logic in Buddhism, like many religious systems that prioritize revelation or scripture, Buddhism embraces reason, logic, and empirical observation. Ancient Buddhist texts contain extensive philosophical debates and logical arguments. The Buddha himself used analogies, parables, and rational discourse to clarify teachings. For example, The Abhidhamma and Madhyamaka schools developed sophisticated frameworks analyzing the nature of reality, causality, and perception using reasoned argumentation. Buddhist logic serves not to assert dogma, but to clear away misconceptions and direct the mind toward truth. Non-dogmatism in Buddhist scriptures, Buddhist canonical texts, reflect the religion's non-dogmatic spirit instead of a single authoritative scripture. Buddhism offers multiple canons across different traditions: Pali-canon, Mahayana sutras, Tibetan texts, often with varying emphases. Importantly, the Buddhist teachings consistently remind followers not to cling rigidly to words, forms, or concepts. The Diamond Sutra, a foundational Mahayana text, famously states, "All conditioned phenomena are like a dream, an illusion, a bubble, a shadow. Therefore, you should view them like this." This reminds practitioners to avoid attachment even to Buddhist teachings themselves, preventing dogmatic rigidity. The impermanence of doctrines and practices. Buddhism emphasizes impermanence anicca, not just of physical phenomena, but also of ideas and teachings. Buddhist doctrines are presented as skillful means, upaya, practical tools suited to different people and times. They are not eternal, absolute truths, but guides that can be adapted and transcended. This flexibility contrasts sharply with dogmatic systems, where doctrines are fixed and immutable. The non-dogmatic essence allows Buddhism to evolve and integrate with diverse cultures while maintaining core principles. Personal experience as the ultimate authority in Buddhism. Personal experience is paramount. Meditation and mindfulness practices are key methods through which practitioners test teachings firsthand. Direct experience of mental states, impermanence, and insight into suffering provide undeniable proof beyond conceptual belief. This experiential emphasis frees practitioners from reliance on external authorities, allowing spiritual awakening to arise organically. As the Buddha said, "One who sees the Dhamma sees me. One who sees me sees the Dhamma." Here, seeing the Dhamma means direct experiential understanding, not intellectual assent. The impact of non-dogmatism on Buddhist ethics. Ethics in Buddhism is not based on divine command, but on cause and effect. Actions lead to consequences, karma, rather than rigid moral laws. Buddhist ethics are guidelines to cultivate skillful actions that reduce suffering and promote well-being. This approach allows practitioners to make ethical choices based on wisdom and compassion rather than fear or blind obedience. Ethical conduct arises naturally from insight rather than dogmatic imposition. Non-dogmatism and pluralism in Buddhism. Because Buddhism does not claim exclusive ownership of truth or impose rigid creeds, it is inherently pluralistic and inclusive. Buddhist traditions have flourished side by side with other religions and philosophies, often integrating elements and adapting teachings to local contexts. This openness encourages dialogue, mutual respect, and coexistence, contrasting with dogmatic religions that sometimes foster division. Challenges and misconceptions about Buddhism's non-dogmatism. While Buddhism's non-dogmatic nature is liberating, it can be misunderstood or challenging. Some mistakenly believe Buddhism lacks structure or belief altogether. Others seek fixed answers and feel unsettled by the emphasis on personal inquiry. In institutional settings, dogmatic tendencies sometimes arise. Conflicting with foundational non-dogmatism, recognizing these challenges helps practitioners engage more authentically with Buddhism's essence. Buddhism in the modern world. Non-dogmatism. As a resource in an age marked by skepticism toward traditional religion and growing interest in spirituality, Buddhism's non-dogmatic essence offers valuable resources. It appeals to seekers who desire a spiritual path grounded in reason and experience. It supports mental health by encouraging mindfulness and self-awareness. It fosters ethical living without authoritarian demands. It provides flexible tools, adaptable to modern challenges. This has fueled the global spread of mindfulness, meditation, and secular Buddhism. Conclusion: embracing the freedom of non-dogmatist Buddhism's non-dogmatic essence is its greatest strength and gift by encouraging questioning, personal verification, and open-mindedness. Buddhism invites each individual to awaken to truth in their own unique way. Far from being rigid or exclusionary, this essence fosters freedom, clarity, and compassion, making Buddhism not just a religion, but a living philosophy for liberation. As we continue our journey into Zen Buddhism and its role in deep sleep and inner peace, keep in mind this foundational openness, the invitation to explore, experience, and awaken for yourself. Welcome, dear listener, to a serene journey into the heart of Zen Buddhism, often called the School of Direct Experience. In this chapter, we will gently explore how Zen invites us beyond concepts, beyond words, into the pure, immediate, the reality of the present moment. Zen's profound simplicity and deep wisdom have soothed countless minds through centuries, offering not just a philosophy, but a living path, a way of being that calms restless thoughts, nurtures clarity, and welcomes peaceful sleep. As you listen, allow yourself to relax fully. Breathe slowly and deeply. Let the sound of these words guide you like a soft breeze, carrying you toward stillness and gentle rest. The essence of Zen, beyond words and concepts. Zen Buddhism is unique among Buddhist traditions for its emphasis on direct experience, the intimate, wordless knowing that arises when the mind is quiet and open. Unlike systems that rely heavily on scriptures, rituals, or intellectual understanding, Zen points straight to the nature of mind and reality itself. This is why Zen masters often say, Zen is a special transmission outside the scriptures, not founded upon words and letters. Imagine a clear mountain lake without ripples, reflecting the sky perfectly. Zen invites you to see the world and yourself. Like that still lake, unobstructed by noise, unfiltered by labels, that's immediate. Direct experience is the essence of Zen. The origin of Zen, a tradition rooted in simplicity Zen, traces its roots back to India's Buddha, who taught the possibility of awakening through direct insight. However, it truly blossomed in China as Chan Buddhism and later in Japan as Zen throughout its history. Zen preserved the spirit of simplicity and directness, no elaborate rituals, no complex theology, no reliance on scriptures as the final word. Instead, Zen teaches through meditation, paradoxical stories, koans, and mindful daily activities, all designed to bring you back to what is here. Now. Zazen. The heart of Zen practice. At the center of Zen practice is Zen practice, is Zen sin, or seated meditation. Imagine sitting quietly, your spine straight but relaxed, your breath flowing gently like the tide of a calm sea. In Zazen, there is no need to chase thoughts or judge them. Simply watch them arise and fade. Like clouds drifting across a vast sky, the mind settles naturally, revealing its luminous clarity. In this quiet sitting, you begin to touch the pure presence that Zen calls the suckness of things, the way reality truly is. Without the overlay of concepts or distractions, Zazen is not about achieving something, but about being fully present with what is. Koans. Awakening through paradoxes uses an ancient teaching tool called a koan, a paradoxical question or statement that cannot be solved by logical thinking. For example, one famous koan asks, "What is the sound of one hand clapping?" At first, this question confounds the mind, which tries to grasp it intellectually and fails. But the point is not to find an answer with the intellect. Instead, the koan pushes the mind beyond habitual patterns into a direct, non-conceptual experience. This breakthrough moment beyond words and logic is called kensho, or awakening. As you rest into sleep, imagine yourself gently releasing logical thinking. letting go of needing answers, allowing the mystery to embrace you like a warm blanket. Mindfulness, and everyday Zen is not just practiced on the meditation cushion. It permeates every moment of daily life, from washing dishes to walking, eating, or simply breathing. This practice of mindfulness, being fully engaged with whatever you are doing, brings a calm awareness that dissolves stress and mental clutter. Picture yourself slowly washing a cup, feeling the water, noticing the smooth surface, the gentle warmth. In such simple moments, Zen reveals the sacredness of life. This natural presence cultivates peace and tranquility, perfect for unwinding before sleep. Zen and the nature of the mind. Zen teaches that the mind is like a mirror, reflecting all phenomena without attachment or aversion. When the mind is clouded by desires, fears, or judgments, it distorts reality and creates suffering. But when the mind is clear, like polished glass, it reveals the world as it is, ever-changing, interconnected, and free from fixed self. This insight helps us release worries and regrets, allowing deep relaxation. Feel now your mind like a gentle mirror, free from disturbance, reflecting calmness and openness, Zen and non-duality. Beyond self and other, a key insight of Zen is non-duality, the understanding that the division between self and other, subject and object, is an illusion created by thought. When you rest deeply in this truth, you experience profound unity with all life. This oneness dissolves loneliness and fear, replacing them with compassion and belonging. As you prepare to sleep, let the boundaries of self soften. Feel yourself connected to the vastness around you, held gently by the universe. Zen and impermanence, accepting change peacefully. Zen embraces impermanence, anicca, the reality that all things arise, change, and pass away. This awareness encourages acceptance of life's ebb and flow without resistance. Instead of clinging to transient experiences, Zen invites you to flow with life's rhythm, like leaves floating on a stream. This gentle surrender releases tension and fosters restful sleep. Breathe deeply, sensing the natural flow of your body and mind as they prepare to rest. Zen teachings for deep sleep. Now let us bring these Zen teachings into your sleep practice. Let go of mental striving and simply be. Return to your breath as an anchor to the present. Release all judgments and expectations. Allow your thoughts to come and go without grasping. Feel the natural stillness beneath the noise as you rest. In this peaceful awareness, your body will soften, your mind will quiet, and sleep will come naturally. Guided Zen meditation for sleep. Gently close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. With each exhale, release any tension or worry. Imagine your mind as a still lake at dawn, smooth and calm. If thoughts arise, watch them float by like leaves on the water. Do not hold on. Return your attention softly to your breath. Repeat silently, just this breath, just this moment. Allow this simple practice to carry you deeper into relaxation and sleep. The beauty of Zen. Simplicity. Zen's power lies in its beautiful simplicity. No elaborate rituals, no complex dogma, only presence, awareness, and the profound recognition of what is here. Now that this gentle way is an invitation to rest fully, to awaken gently within the night, and to greet each new day with clarity and peace. Closing reflection. As this chapter comes to a close, carry with you the essence of Zen, the school of direct experience. Allow the wisdom of presence and simplicity to soothe your mind and body. The embrace of this moment and let yourself drift effortlessly into restorative sleep. Remember, Zen is not somewhere to arrive, but a way of being, available now in the stillness of your breath, the quiet of your heart. Sleep well, dear listener. In the peaceful light of Zen, the science behind meditation, and sleep introduction. Welcome, dear listener, to this calming exploration of the fascinating science behind meditation and sleep. Tonight, we will journey together through the quiet mysteries of the mind and body, discovering how meditation gently guides us into restful, rejuvenating sleep. Science and ancient wisdom come together here, revealing how simple practices influence complex brain activity, calm the nervous system, and restore deep peace. As you listen, allow your breath to slow, your body to soften, and your mind to settle. Feel the invitation to rest deeply, knowing you are supported by both modern understanding and timeless insight. The essential nature of sleep is a fundamental biological process, essential for physical health, emotional balance, and mental clarity. Without adequate sleep, our bodies struggle to repair tissues, consolidate memories, regulate hormones, and maintain immune function. Yet, in our busy modern lives, many find sleep elusive, disturbed by stress, racing thoughts, or discomfort. Meditation offers a gentle, natural way to restore this vital function. It is not a quick fix, but a practice that harmonizes mind and body, easing the transition from wakefulness to deep rest. What happens in the brain during sleep? To understand meditation's power, we first need to glimpse what happens inside the brain as we sleep. Sleep occurs in cycles, alternating between two primary stages: non-REM, rapid eye movement sleep, which has 4 phases, and REM sleep, where dreaming often takes place during deep non-REM sleep. Our bodies perform critical repairs. Our brain waves slow down, moving from fast beta waves in wakefulness to slower alpha theta, and finally delta waves in deep sleep. Delta waves, the slowest, signify the deepest restorative sleep. This is when growth hormones are released, memories consolidate, and neural connections are strengthened. How meditation affects brain waves. Meditation influences brain waves in remarkable ways. Studies using IG technology show that during meditation, the brain produces more alpha and theta waves patterns, associated with relaxation, creativity, and light sleep. With practice, meditators can even increase delta waves while awake, entering states of profound calm. These shifts in brain waves resemble the transition we experience when drifting to sleep. Meditation then gently guides the brain into a state conducive to rest. Meditation calms the nervous system. The core of restful sleep is the balance of our autonomic nervous system, the system that controls involuntary bodily functions like heartbeat, breathing, and digestion. This system has 2 main branches: the sympathetic nervous system, which activates the fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which supports rest and digest. Stress and anxiety trigger the sympathetic branch, keeping the body alert and tense, making sleep difficult. Meditation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, lowering heart rate, reducing blood pressure, and promoting a state of calm readiness for sleep. By consciously slowing the breath and focusing attention, meditation signals the body it is safe to relax. The role of breathing in meditation and sleep breath is a powerful bridge between body and mind. Unlike most bodily functions, breathing is both automatic and consciously controllable. Meditation often centers on mindful breathing, noticing each inhalation and exhalation with gentle awareness. This practice slows respiratory rate, increases oxygen exchange, and shifts brain activity toward calmness. Slow, deep breathing increases vagal tone, stimulating the vagus nerve, a key player in parasympathetic activation. Higher vagal tone is linked to better mood regulation, reduced inflammation, and improved sleep quality. Meditation reduces stress hormones. Stress hormones like cortisol are notorious for disrupting sleep. When cortisol levels remain elevated at night, falling asleep becomes challenging and sleep cycles fragment. Meditation lowers cortisol by reducing stress perception and calming the hypothalamic pituitary axis. the body's stress response system. Research has found that regular meditation practice decreases baseline cortisol levels and improves subjective sleep quality. This hormonal balance supports not only falling asleep, but also maintaining uninterrupted sleep. Meditation enhances melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone responsible for regulating our sleep-wake cycle, often called the sleep hormone, produced by the pineal gland. In response to darkness, melatonin signals to our body that it is time to prepare for sleep. Studies indicate that meditation can increase melatonin levels, further aiding the transition to restful sleep. This natural boost helps align our internal clocks, supporting healthy circadian rhythms. Meditation's effect on brain structures. Neuroimaging studies reveal that meditation alters the structure and function of brain regions involved in attention, emotional regulation, and sleep. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for executive function and self-control, becomes more active and thickened. The amygdala, involved in fear and anxiety responses, decreases in size and activity. The hippocampus, essential for memory and learning, grows stronger. These changes support a calmer, more focused mind that is less prone to rumination and worry. Common culprits in insomnia. Types of meditation that support sleep. While many forms of meditation can aid sleep, some are particularly suited to prepare the mind and body for rest. Mindfulness meditation, bringing gentle attention to the present moment, often focusing on breath or body sensations. This reduces racing thoughts and anchors awareness. Body scan meditation, gradually directing attention through the body to release tension and promote relaxation. Guided visualization, imagining peaceful scenes or sensations to evoke calm and ease. Loving kindness meditation, cultivating feelings of warmth and compassion to soothe emotional distress. Yoga Nidra, a deeply relaxing, guided meditative practice, sometimes called yogic sleep, that systematically relaxes body and mind. Experimenting with different techniques can help you discover what resonates most with your unique needs. How to incorporate meditation into your nighttime routine. Maximize the sleep benefits of meditation. It helps to develop a consistent practice. Here's a gentle guideline. Find a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Sit or lie down in a relaxed position. Begin with a few deep breaths, letting the body soften. Choose a meditation technique that feels right: mindful breathing, body scan, or guided meditation. Meditate for 10 to 30 minutes, allowing thoughts to come and go without judgment. Transition smoothly from meditation to bedtime, keeping the environment dim and peaceful. Consistency builds stronger neural pathways for relaxation, improving sleep over time. Meditation and sleep disorders. Meditation is increasingly recognized as an effective complementary therapy for sleep disorders such as insomnia and restless leg syndrome. Clinical studies show that meditation-based interventions reduce sleep onset latency, the time it takes to fall asleep, improve sleep duration, and enhance sleep quality. Unlike medications, meditation offers no side effects and supports overall mental and physical well-being. The role of meditation in emotional regulation. For sleep, emotional turmoil often interferes with restful sleep. Meditation helps regulate emotions by promoting awareness and acceptance, reducing reactivity to negative thoughts or feelings. With regular practice, individuals develop resilience against anxiety and depression, both common factors in chronic sleep problems. This emotional balance creates fertile ground for peaceful, restorative sleep. The mind-body connection. Relaxation response meditation triggers what is known as the relaxation response, a physiological state opposite to the stress response. Discovered by Dr. Herbert Benson in the 1970s, the relaxation response involves decreased oxygen consumption, reduced heart rate, slower breathing, and lowered blood pressure. This state fosters deep relaxation, essential for falling asleep naturally and staying asleep throughout the night. Meditation, as a sleep aid, what science says. Multiple research studies and meta-analyses confirm the benefits of meditation for sleep. A 2015 study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found mindfulness meditation significantly improved sleep quality and reduced insomnia symptoms in older adults. Another study showed that meditation reduced the time awake during the night and improved daytime functioning. Neuroimaging research shows meditation's impact on brain regions responsible for attention and emotion regulation, key factors in sleep. These scientific findings reinforce what countless practitioners have experienced for centuries. Final words. Embracing the science of meditation and sleep. As you prepare to drift off into peaceful sleep, remember that meditation is a gentle, accessible tool, a bridge between modern science and ancient wisdom. By calming your mind, soothing your body, and balancing your nervous system, meditation supports the natural, restorative power of sleep. Allow yourself to relax fully now. Let go of tension, let go of thought. Breathe deeply, slowly, and feel the calm wash over you. Your body knows how to rest. Your mind knows how to be still. In this moment, all is well. Sleep deeply. Awake, refreshed. Zen meditation techniques for deep sleep introduction. Welcome, dear listener, to this serene chapter on Zen meditation techniques for deep sleep. Tonight, we gently invite you to explore the timeless practices of Zen meditation. Ancient, profound methods designed to calm the mind, relax the body, and ease you naturally into deep, restorative sleep. Zen meditation, or Zazen, embodies simplicity and direct experience, inviting you to rest fully in the present moment. Through awareness of breath, posture, and sensation, Zen practice dissolves the distractions and restless. Ready to experience peaceful sleep with the help of Zen wisdom, the essence of Zen meditations. Zen meditation is deeply rooted in the Buddhist tradition, emphasizing direct experience over intellectualization. Unlike other forms of meditation that rely on visualization or mantras, Zen centers on simply sitting, being present with what is, with an open, accepting awareness. This practice cultivates mindfulness and equanimity, allowing mental turbulence to settle naturally. The discipline of Zen teaches us that true peace lies in embracing what is without resistance or judgment. In sleep, this acceptance translates into letting go of worries, plans, and distractions, allowing the mind and body to rest profoundly. Preparing for Zen meditation before sleep. To prepare your body and mind for Zen meditation tonight, find a quiet and comfortable space where you can sit undisturbed for 15 to 30 minutes. You may choose to sit on a cushion on the floor, cross-legged, or on a chair with your feet flat on the ground. The key is to maintain a posture that is both relaxed and alert, supporting natural breathing and ease. Allow your hands to rest gently, either folded in your lap or resting on your knees. If sitting is uncomfortable, lying down is also possible, but be mindful of staying awake long enough to complete the meditation before drifting into sleep. Step 1. Establishing posture. The foundation of Zen meditation, your posture. In Zen meditation, is essential a strong yet relaxed posture supports clear awareness and calm breathing. Sit with your back straight, but not stiff. Imagine a thread gently pulling the crown of your head upward toward the sky. Your chin is slightly tucked in, lengthening the back of your neck. Shoulders are relaxed and drawn slightly back. Hands rest comfortably. Often the cosmic mudra is used. The left hand resting in the right hand, palms up, thumbs lightly touching. Close your eyes gently or keep them half open with a soft gaze directed downward. This posture helps align your body and mind, fostering alertness and relaxation. Simultaneously. Step 2. Focus on the breath, the anchor of Zen practice. Now, gently bring your awareness to your breath. Do not try to change it. Simply observe the natural flow of air moving in and out. Notice the sensation of the breath at the nostrils or the rising and falling of your abdomen. If your mind wanders, as it naturally will, gently guide it back to the breath with kindness and patience in Zen. The breath is your anchor, the ever-present friend who accompanies you through the silence as you breathe in. Feel the cool air entering as you breathe out. Feel the warm air leaving. Allow your breath to slow and deepen naturally, calming the nervous system. Step 3. Observing thoughts without attachment in Zen meditation. Thoughts are like clouds passing through the sky, observed but not grasped. As you sit quietly, thoughts will arise, memories, plans, worries, rather than chasing or suppressing them. Simply note their presence and let them drift away. You might silently say, thinking, or passing to acknowledge and release them. This gentle detachment frees the mind from entanglement, paving the way for a quiet, which means just sitting. This practice encourages you to be fully present without striving to achieve any particular state. No goals, no expectations, just sitting in awareness. In this spacious presence, the mind naturally settles like sediment in clear water. This state of alert calmness can melt the anxiety and restlessness that hinder restful sleep. As you practice feel the balance of relaxation and presence. Allow your body to rest while your mind remains open and receptive. Step 5. Using a koan or contemplative question, optional in traditional Zen practice. Koans, paradoxical questions or statements. You can gently experiment with a simple contemplative phrase to focus your mind before sleep. Examples include, what is this moment? Who is aware now? What is the sound of one hand clapping? Hold the koan lightly in your awareness, noticing how it shifts your usual patterns of thought. If your mind wanders, return softly to the koan or your breath. This practice can deepen focus and calm, supporting a smooth transition into sleep. Step 6. Ending the meditation and transitioning to sleep after 15 to 30 minutes of Zen meditation. Gently bring your awareness back to the room. Slowly open your eyes, if closed. Notice the sensations in your body and the calmness in your mind. If you are ready to sleep, lie down comfortably, keeping the mindful presence cultivated during sitting. Let the gentle awareness of breath guide you into rest. If sleep does not come immediately, return to mindful breathing and just sitting in bed until you drift off. The science behind Zen meditation and sleep. Zen meditation's calming effects are supported by modern neuroscience. Research shows that regular Zen meditation increases alpha and theta brainwaves, promoting relaxation, reduces activity in the default mode network associated with mind wandering and rumination, enhances parasympathetic nervous system activity, lowering heart rate and blood pressure, decreases cortisol levels, reducing stress and anxiety. These physiological changes create an internal environment conducive to natural, restorative sleep. The role of mindfulness in overcoming insomnia often arises from persistent worrying or hyperarousal. Zen meditation's mindfulness practice teaches us to observe these thoughts without getting caught up in them. Shift from reactivity to responsibility helps. Break the cycle of sleep-less-ness by recognizing thoughts as transient phenomena. We reduce their power to disturb our peace. Over time, this mindful awareness reshapes our relationship to sleep and stress. Zen breathing techniques for deep sleep. In addition to mindful breathing, Zen offers specific breathing techniques that can deepen relaxation. Counting breaths, slowly count each breath cycle from 1 to 10, then start over. Exhalation emphasis, lengthen the exhale slightly longer than the inhale to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. Natural breath awareness, simply observe the breath without control, allowing it to find its own rhythm. Practicing these techniques before bedtime helps prepare the body and mind for deep, restful sleep. Integrating Zen meditation into your sleep. Routine consistency is key for lasting benefits. Consider these tips. Meditate at the same time each evening. Create a calming environment, dim lighting, comfortable temperature, minimal noise. Limit screen time before meditation. Combine Zen meditation with gentle stretches or a warm bath with patience and dedication. Zen meditation can transform your nights, offering peaceful, rejuvenating sleep, common challenges, and how to overcome them. Many beginners face challenges such as restlessness, physical discomfort, or wandering thoughts. Here are some gentle suggestions. Restlessness. Try walking meditation to release excess energy before sitting. Discomfort. Adjust your posture, or use cushions to support your body. Wandering mind. Return kindly to the breath or a simple koan without frustration. Remember, Zen practice is about patience and acceptance, not perfection. Each session is a step toward greater calm and clarity. The spiritual dimension of Zen, meditation, and sleep beyond physical rest. Zen meditation nurtures a deeper sense of connectedness and presence. This spiritual aspect helps ease existential worries that often disturb sleep by resting in emptiness and suckness. The direct experience of reality as it is, we transcend fear and find peace. This awakening presence accompanies us not only in sleep, but throughout life. Closing guidance, a guided Zen meditation for sleep has. We conclude this chapter. Allow me to guide you through a brief Zen meditation to prepare you for deep sleep. Sit comfortably or lie down. Close your eyes softly. Take a deep breath in and exhale fully. Feel your body settle. Bring your attention to the breath at the nostrils. Notice each inhale and exhale. If thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment. Letting them pass like clouds, simply return to your breath. Allow your body to relax deeply. Feel the stillness growing within. In this moment, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go, just this peaceful presence. Let go completely now. Rest deeply, now rest deeply. Sleep well. Conclusion Zen meditation offers a profound, gentle path to deep, restorative sleep. Through mindful sitting, breath awareness, and open acceptance, we learn to calm the mind and relax the body. As you weave these practices into your nightly routine, may you discover the peace that has been present all along, waiting quietly within. Rest well, dear listener, and awaken refreshed. The philosophy of impermanence and letting go. Introduction. Welcome, dear listener, to this peaceful chapter on the philosophy of impermanence and letting go. As the day winds down and your body prepares to rest, let us journey together into a profound understanding, one that has been the heart of many spiritual traditions, especially Buddhism, the truth of impermanence. All things change. Nothing lasts forever. This simple yet powerful insight invites us to soften our grip on life's fleeting moments and release the burdens that weigh on our hearts and minds. Tonight, through gentle reflection and mindful breathing, we will explore how embracing impermanence can ease our minds, deepen our rest, and guide us into the serenity of sleep. The nature of impermanence, permanence, or anicca in Pali, is the fundamental truth that everything in the universe is in constant flux. From the tiniest leaf to the grandest mountain, from the rising sun to the beating heart, change is the only constant. Our thoughts, emotions, relationships, and even our very bodies are continuously evolving, moving, shifting, flowing. This reality is not cause for fear, but rather an invitation to live with openness and grace. When we understand impermanence, we begin to see life as a river, always moving, always new. We learn to ride the currents rather than resist them. Why we struggle to let go despite the truth of impermanence, we humans often cling tightly to memories, to people, to possessions, and even to our own identity. This clinging stems from the desire for security, stability, and permanence in a world that feels unpredictable. The fear of loss and the pain of change create resistance within us. We try to hold on to the past or control the future. But in doing so, we create tension and unrest. This tension can manifest as anxiety, stress, or difficulty sleeping. Recognizing this tendency is the first step toward freeing ourselves. Letting go as a path to peace. Letting go does not mean giving up or becoming passive. Instead, it is an active choice to release the need to control and to accept life as it is. It is the act of surrendering to the natural flow. When we let go, we create space in our hearts and minds, space where peace, clarity, and joy can arise in the context of sleep. Letting go helps us release the worries and regrets that keep us awake. It allows the mind to quiet and the body to relax deeply. Mindfulness and impermanence. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention, moment by moment, with kindness and without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we become aware of impermanence in our own experience. We notice the changing sensations in the body, the shifting emotions, the passing thoughts. Through mindfulness, we learn to witness these changes without clinging or aversion. This witnessing cultivates equanimity, a balanced state of mind that embraces change with calm acceptance. As we prepare for sleep, mindfulness helps us gently observe whatever arises without getting caught up in it. Guided reflection, observing change within a moment now to settle comfortably. Close your eyes softly. Begin to notice your breath, the gentle rise and fall as you breathe. Bring your awareness inward. Observe the sensations in your body. Feel the contact between your body and the surface beneath you. Notice any areas of tension or ease. Now, allow your attention to shift to your thoughts. Notice how they come and go. Like clouds drifting across a vast sky, some thoughts may be fleeting, others may linger briefly. See them as temporary visitors, appearing and disappearing naturally. Recognize how your feelings also change, moments of calm, moments of restlessness. All these experiences are impermanent. They do not define you. They are simply passing phenomena. Rest in this awareness of change. The symbolism of seasons and life cycles and permanence can be beautifully understood through the cycles of nature. Consider the seasons: spring's new growth, summer's fullness, autumn's falling leaves, and winter's quiet rest. Each season arises, flourishes, fades, and gives way to the next. Our lives follow similar rhythms, times of joy and energy, times of sorrow and stillness. Like the trees that shed their leaves, we too must release what no longer serves us. This natural letting go prepares us for renewal. In sleep, we experience a daily cycle of letting go, a temporary surrender into darkness and rest that revitalizes us for a new day, embracing impermanence. In relationships are a profound example of impermanence in action. People come and go in our lives, and even lifelong bonds change over time. When we hold tightly to expectations or attachments, suffering can arise. But by embracing impermanence, we learn to cherish connections deeply. Yet gently, we appreciate each moment with loved ones as precious and transient. This awareness fosters gratitude and compassion as you prepare for sleep. Recall a moment of kindness or love from your day. Allow yourself to feel the warmth of that memory without clinging. Let it be like a soft light that gently fades into peaceful night. Letting go of regrets and resentments often it is difficult to sleep because our minds replay past hurts or mistakes. These regrets and resentments are heavy burdens. Zen and Buddhist teachings encourage us to acknowledge these feelings without judgment and then release them. Imagine holding a stone in your hand. Feel its weight. Now, slowly open your hand and let the stone fall away. Feel the relief as your grip loosens. This symbolic act of letting go can ease emotional pain and prepare the mind for rest. Breath as a tool for letting go. The breath is always with us, a bridge between body and mind. Using breath awareness, we can consciously release tension and stress. Try this now. Breathe in deeply through your nose, filling your lungs. Hold the breath for a moment, Then exhale slowly through your mouth, imagining that, with each breath out, you release worry, tension, and clinging. Repeat this cycle a few times. Feel your body growing lighter, your mind calmer. Allow the rhythm of your breath to guide you into surrender. The paradox of control and freedom, one of the core teachings of impermanence, is the paradox that by letting go of control, we gain true freedom. When we stop trying to fix or hold onto everything, we open to life's flow. This freedom brings peace. It is like floating on water, supported and effortless. As you lay down to sleep, remind yourself that it is okay to let go. There is nothing you need to do right now but rest. Trust the natural unfolding of your mind and body. Visualization. Flowing like a river. Imagine now a river flowing gently through a quiet forest. The water moves freely around rocks and bends. It never fights the obstacles. It finds its way with ease. See yourself as this river, flowing with life's changes. Let any tension or resistance dissolve into the current. Feel the softness and flexibility of water. Allow yourself to drift peacefully downstream. As the river flows, you relax more deeply, preparing for restful sleep. The role of compassion in letting go is not always easy. It can awaken feelings of loss or sadness. Here, compassion becomes a vital companion. Offer kindness to yourself for whatever feelings arise. Recognize that suffering is part of the human experience. By embracing yourself with gentle care, you create a safe space to release and heal. As you breathe, silently repeat a phrase of loving kindness. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. May I let go with ease. Zen stories on impermanence. Ancient Zen teachings often use stories to illustrate impermanence and letting go. One such story tells of a monk who held a beautiful flower in his hand. As the flower wilted, the monk smiled, knowing its beauty was temporary and precious. This story reminds us to appreciate moments fully, without grasping. The flower's beauty fades, but the experience of seeing it remains. Similarly, our moments of joy and sorrow pass through us like waves. We are invited to embrace the flow, rather than cling to the shore. Practical tips for incorporating impermanence awareness into daily life. Start your day by reflecting on the impermanent nature of all things. When feeling overwhelmed, pause and breathe, reminding yourself that emotions pass. Practice gratitude for the present moment and the people around you. Before sleep, write down any worries to release them from your mind. Use mindfulness meditation to observe thoughts and sensations without attachment. Over time, these habits build resilience and ease. How impermanence enhances sleep quality. Understanding impermanence reduces fear and anxiety about the unknown, helps dissolve the mental chatter that disrupts sleep. When we accept that all states, including sleeplessness, are temporary, we can relax more deeply. This acceptance opens the door to natural sleep cycles and better rest. By practicing letting go, we create a tranquil mental environment where sleep flows effortlessly. Guided Zen meditation for letting go and sleep. Now, as you prepare to drift into sleep, let us practice a short meditation together. Find your comfortable position, close your eyes gently, take a deep breath in, feeling the fullness, exhale slowly, releasing tension. Bring your awareness to your body. Notice any sensations, allowing them to be as they are. Now, imagine any worries, fears, or tensions as leaves floating on a gentle stream. Watch as each leaf drifts away. Carried by the current. You do not need to chase or catch them. Simply observe them moving farther and farther away. Return your focus to your breath. Feel the rise and fall, steady and calm. Rest in this space of openness and impermanence. There is nothing to hold on to. There is nothing to fix. Only the present moment. Flowing like a river, allow yourself to surrender to this flow. Rest deeply. Sleep peacefully. Zen in daily life for holistic sleep health introduction. Welcome, dear listener, to this calming chapter dedicated to Zen in daily life for holistic sleep health. As the day fades away, we prepare not only for restful sleep, but for cultivating a life filled with balance, mindfulness, and harmony. Zen is more than just meditation or philosophy. It is a way of living, a practice of awakening to the present moment in every breath, every action, every thought. By embracing Zen principles in daily life, we create the foundation for deep, restorative sleep and overall wellness. Tonight, we will explore how simple Zen habits and mindful awareness can help you unwind, release stress, and prepare your mind and body for peaceful rest. Allow yourself to relax, listen deeply, and open your heart to the gentle wisdom of Zen. Understanding Zen as a way of life, rooted in the teachings of Buddhism, invites us to experience life directly beyond concepts and judgments. It emphasizes simplicity, clarity, and presence. At its core, Zen teaches us to live fully here and now, to notice what is without grasping or rejecting. This mindful presence naturally dissolves worries and distractions that disrupt sleep. Zen is not about doing more or achieving perfection. It's about being fully, openly, and gently. By integrating Zen into daily routines, we create a rhythm of calm that carries us effortlessly from waking moments into restful sleep. The connection between daily life and sleep health. Our sleep is deeply influenced by how we live our days. Stress, overthinking, and constant busyness can keep our minds tangled at night. On the other hand, a balanced day nurtures a calm nervous system and primes the body for natural sleep cycles. Zen encourages us to pay attention to how we eat, move, rest, and think throughout the day. Each of these elements, when approached mindfully, supports holistic sleep health by bringing Zen's gentle awareness into daily life. We heal the root causes of sleeplessness and cultivate lasting well-being. Morning mindfulness, setting the tone for the day. The first moments after waking are precious. They set the tone for how the day unfolds. Zen teaches us to greet the morning with gratitude and presence before rising from bed. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Feel the breath moving gently in and out. Notice the sensations in your body, the softness of your sheets, the quiet of the room. As you stretch or move, do so slowly and with intention. This mindful awakening calms the mind and prepares you for the day's flow. Avoid rushing or immediately checking devices. Instead, savor the stillness. A peaceful morning nurtures a peaceful evening and night. Mindful eating, nourishing body and mind. What we eat affects our sleep profoundly. Zen encourages mindful eating, a practice of paying full attention to the act of nourishing ourselves. Choose foods that support calm and digestion. Warm, fresh, natural. Eat slowly, savoring each bite, noticing flavors, textures, and aromas. This slows down digestion and helps the body absorb nutrients better. Avoid heavy, spicy, or caffeine-rich foods close to bedtime, as they can disrupt sleep. Mindful eating transforms meals from rushed chores into moments of calm nourishment, laying the groundwork for restful sleep. Movement with awareness. Flowing through the days in movement is about gentle, purposeful activity. It can be as simple as walking mindfully, stretching slowly, or practicing gentle yoga. Moving with awareness helps release physical tension and clears mental clutter. As you walk or move, feel your feet connecting with the earth, your breath flowing naturally. Notice your posture and the sensations in your muscles. Avoid rushing. Instead, let each movement be a meditation. Physical activity during the day promotes deep sleep at night by balancing energy and reducing stress. However, avoid vigorous exercise close to bedtime, as it may stimulate the nervous system. Work and rest. Finding balance in teaches the importance of balancing work with rest. When working or focusing, bring your full attention to the task at hand, no matter how small. This focused presence reduces stress and increases satisfaction. Take regular breaks to pause and breathe deeply. During breaks, practice simple mindfulness. Notice the environment, your body sensations, or your breath. This breaks the cycle of tension and refreshes your energy as the day ends. Allow yourself to transition fully into rest. Avoid bringing work, worries, or digital distractions into your evening. Create a ritual to mark the end of the workday, such as lighting a candle, stretching, or listening to calming music. This signals your mind and body to unwind. Creating a Zen sleep environment to your bedroom can become a sanctuary that supports Zen principles and holistic sleep health. Aim for simplicity and comfort. Keep the space clean, uncluttered, and calming. Use soft, natural colors and gentle lighting. Consider natural materials for bedding and curtains. Limit noise and screen light as much as possible if needed. Use white noise or soft nature sounds to mask disruptive noises. Incorporate subtle scents such as lavender or sandalwood, known for their relaxing properties. Make your sleep space a place you look forward to, where you can fully let go. Evening rituals for relaxations, and encourages the cultivation of evening rituals that prepare the mind and body for rest. As night approaches, begin to slow your pace, dim the lights, and avoid screens to reduce blue light. Exposure that interferes with melatonin production. Engage in calming activities such as gentle stretching, reading, or journaling. Practice deep, mindful breathing. To release the tensions accumulated during the day, consider a warm bath or foot soak to soothe your body. Cultivating these rituals helps the nervous system transition from alertness to calm. Over time, your body learns to associate these practices with sleep, making falling asleep easier. Breath awareness for calming the mind. Your breath is a powerful tool to anchor your awareness and soothe your nervous system. When sleep feels elusive, return your focus gently to the breath. Feel the coolness as you inhale and the warmth as you exhale. Notice the natural rhythm without trying to control it. If thoughts arise, observe them without judgment and gently bring your attention back to breathing. Try a simple technique. Inhale slowly for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. Repeat this cycle several times, allowing your body and mind to relax deeply. Letting go of nighttime worries. Many of us struggle with racing thoughts and worries at night. Zen teaches acceptance, acknowledging thoughts without resistance or engagement. Imagine your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky. They come and go, but the sky remains vast and clear. Practice seeing worries as temporary mental events, not as facts or threats. By not fueling anxious thoughts with struggle or rumination, you create mental space for peace. When you find your mind wandering, gently return to the breath or a calming mental image, incorporating Zen meditation into your routine. Regular meditation practice strengthens the foundation of Zen living and supports holistic sleep health. Even a few minutes a day can transform your relationship with stress and rest. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath or a simple mantra. Allow thoughts to come and go without attachment. Meditation helps calm the nervous system, reduces cortisol levels, and promotes deep sleep. For sleep, try a body scan meditation. Slowly bring awareness to each part of your body, noticing sensations and releasing tension. This practice grounds you in the present and prepares you for a restful slumber. The power of acceptance and non-striving. Gone of Zen's most healing teachings is the power of acceptance and non-striving. Instead of battling against sleeplessness, embrace your current state with kindness. Resisting or worrying about sleep often intensifies insomnia. By gently accepting wakefulness or restlessness, you reduce mental struggle. Tell yourself it is okay to be awake now. This compassionate attitude dissolves tension and opens the door to natural sleep. Remember, the goal is not to force sleep, but to create conditions for it to arise effortlessly. The role of gratitude in daily life and sleep. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. Zen encourages us to cultivate a grateful heart each day. Notice small blessings, a warm cup of tea, a smile from a stranger, the breath in your lungs. Gratitude creates positive emotions that soothe the mind and foster relaxation. Before sleep, recall 3 things you are thankful for today. Feel the warmth of gratitude. Fill your heart and body. This practice nurtures calmness and primes the mind for peaceful sleep, simplifying life to enhance sleep's simplicity in possessions, commitments, and thoughts. A cluttered life can create cluttered minds. Consider simplifying your environment, schedule, and mental habits. Release what no longer serves you, physically and emotionally. Simplification reduces stress and creates mental clarity. As your life becomes more intentional and uncluttered, your sleep naturally improves. Nature and Zen. Reconnecting for sleep health. Spending time in nature aligns us with Zen's rhythms. Nature teaches us about impermanence, patience, and presence. Gentle exposure to natural light during the day helps regulate our circadian rhythms. Even a few moments outside, mindful of the sounds, colors, and scents, can calm the nervous system if possible. Take mindful walks in natural settings. Bring this calm back home as you prepare for sleep. Open a window for fresh air or bring natural elements like plants into your bedroom. These small connections support restorative rest. The interconnectedness of body, mind, and environment. Zen sees no separation between body, mind, and surroundings. All influence each other deeply. Cultivating harmony among these aspects creates the foundation for holistic sleep health. Pay attention to how your environment affects your mood and energy. Notice how your thoughts influence bodily tension. Bring gentle awareness to your habits and patterns. With mindfulness, you can shift toward balance and ease. Integrating Zen throughout your day. A summary morning. Awake with breath and gratitude. Daytime. Move mindfully. Eat with attention. Work with presence. Evening. Create calming rituals. Let go of stress. Practice breath awareness. Night. Accept and surrender to the sleep process with kindness. By weaving these elements together, Zen becomes a living practice that supports restful nights and vibrant days. Guided Zen sleep preparation meditation. Now, as you lie comfortably ready for sleep, let's gently bring this chapter to a close with a guided meditation. Close your eyes softly. Take a deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand. Exhale slowly, releasing any tension. Bring your attention to your body. Feel the weight of your limbs sinking into the mattress. Allow your muscles to soften. Notice any tightness and invite it to melt away. Turn your awareness to your breath. Feel the natural flow, steady, calm, peaceful. With each exhale, imagine stress leaving your body. With each inhale, invite calm and comfort. Repeat silently in your mind, I am here. I am calm. I am ready to rest. Feel your mind becoming quiet, like a still pond reflecting the moonlight. Allow yourself to drift gently into sleep. Know that this moment is enough. You are safe. You are held. Sleep well, dear one. Closing words, thank you for joining this journey through Zen in daily life. For holistic sleep health, may the gentle wisdom of Zen guide you not only to restful nights, but to a life of presence, peace, and balance. As you rest, may your dreams be soft, your breathing slow, and your heart light. Until we meet again, good night and peaceful sleep. Common misconceptions and challenges. Introduction. Welcome, dear listener, to this gentle and insightful chapter dedicated to common misconceptions and challenges related to Zen Buddhism, meditation, and sleep. As we journey deeper into the practice of Zen and seek the peace of restful slumber, it is natural to encounter doubts, misunderstandings, and obstacles. so that you may approach your practice with kindness and clarity. Remember, every struggle is a doorway to greater understanding. Allow yourself to be open and patient as we move step by step toward peaceful sleep. Misconception 1. Zen is a religion you must believe in. One common misunderstanding is that Zen Buddhism is a religion. That Zen is less about belief and more about experience. It invites us to explore life directly through observation. It encourages personal inquiry and discovery. You do not need to believe anything to practice Zen. Your own experience is the free from tension or resistance. Sleep naturally flows when the mind is free of strict expectations. Misconception 2. Meditation means emptying the mind. Many newcomers believe meditation means completely clearing the mind of all thoughts. This can lead to frustration when thoughts naturally arise. The truth is, meditation is not about erasing thoughts, but about changing your relationship to them. Zen teaches us to observe thoughts without attachment or judgment, like watching clouds pass in the sky. Rather than fighting mental activity, we learn to rest in awareness behind the thoughts. This gentle witnessing creates a calm mental space where restful sleep can flourish. If your mind is busy, know this is normal. Simply returning to your breath or a peaceful anchor again and again is the essence of meditation. Misconception 3. You must meditate for long hours to see benefits. Another common myth is that meditation requires hours of practice daily to be effective. While consistent practice is helpful, Zen emphasizes quality over quantity. Even a few mindful breaths or a short session can bring relaxation and clarity. The key is gentle consistency, meeting yourself where you are. Without pressure, this approach supports better sleep because it reduces anxiety about doing it right or enough. Your practice is personal and flexible. Each moment of mindfulness, no matter how brief, contributes to your overall well-being. Misconception 4. Zen is only for calm. Spiritual people, Zen is often portrayed as a practice only for serene or enlightened individuals. In truth, Zen welcomes all people exactly as they are, and imperfections are part of the human experience and integral to Zen practice. By embracing your whole self with kindness, you invite healing and growth. Sleep is not about perfection, but about gentle acceptance. No matter your state of mind or body, you can find peace here. This inclusivity makes Zen a profound path to restful sleep for everyone. Misconception 5. Zen will solve all my problems instantly. Sometimes people approach Zen expecting quick fixes or instant enlightenment. However, Zen is a lifelong journey of unfolding awareness. It does not promise sudden miracles, but gradual transformation through steady practice. Patience and persistence are essential. One step at a time, with compassion for your own pace, you allow natural healing. The process itself becomes part of your rest. Common challenge 1. Restlessness and physical discomfort. One of the most common obstacles in meditation and sleep is physical restlessness or discomfort. Your body may ache, your legs may tingle, or your mind may resist stillness. Zen encourages curiosity about these sensations rather than avoidance. Notice where tension resides. Breathe into the discomfort. Often, simply acknowledging physical feelings softens resistance. If sitting is difficult, try gentle movement or lying down in a comfortable position. Adapting your practice with kindness allows the body to relax and prepares you for deeper rest. Common challenge 2. Difficulty staying focused. The wandering mind can be a significant challenge. Thoughts drift, distractions arise, and concentration wanes. Instead of criticizing yourself, welcome this as part of practice. Each time your mind wanders, gently and without judgment, return to your chosen anchor, your breath, a mantra, or the sensation of the body. This repeated returning strengthens your focus over time. Sleep benefits from this training because it reduces mental chatter and anxiety. Remember, meditation is not about perfection, but presence. Common challenge 3. Impatience and frustration. When progress seems slow, impatience can surface. You may feel discouraged or frustrated with your practice or sleep troubles. Zen invites you to bring awareness to these emotions without suppression. See impatience as a wave. It arises, peaks, and eventually subsides. Cultivating patience is itself a form of practice. By allowing space for your feelings, you reduce inner tension. This relaxation signals to the body and mind that it is safe to rest. Patience then becomes a gentle lullaby that carries you into sleep. Common challenge for fear of letting go. Some people, especially around sleep. The fear of losing awareness or not doing enough can create tension. Zen teaches that letting go is not about losing yourself, but about trusting the natural flow of life. When you release the need to control sleep, you open to the rhythm of rest. Imagine yourself floating on a calm river, allowing the current to carry you gently. This trust softens resistance and invites deep relaxation. You are safe to rest fully. Common challenge 5. Balancing practice with daily life. Integrating Zen practice into busy modern lives can feel overwhelming. There may be pressure to fit in meditation or mindfulness routines perfectly. Remember, Zen is about presence in whatever you are doing. Even washing dishes, walking, or listening can become mindful moments. Quality matters more than quantity. By letting go of rigid schedules or expectations, you create space for natural rhythm. This ease reduces stress and enhances sleep. Zen practice is a companion, not a chore. Cultivating compassion for yourself in all challenges and misconceptions. One truth remains. Compassion is the heart of Zen. Be gentle with yourself. Acknowledge your humanity. Struggles do not diminish your worth or progress. When difficulties arise, respond with kindness rather than criticism. Imagine speaking to yourself as you would to a dear friend, with warmth, patience, and understanding. This compassion nurtures your nervous system and creates fertile ground for peaceful sleep. Practical tips to overcome challenges. Start small. Begin with a few minutes of mindful breathing or meditation. Build gradually. Create a ritual. Establish simple routines before sleep to signal relaxation. Adapt your practice. Find comfortable postures and techniques that suit you. Stay present. When thoughts arise, gently return to your breath or anchor. Be patient. Progress unfolds in its own time. Seek support, join groups, or listen to guided meditations for encouragement. Reframing challenges as opportunities. Each difficulty in Zen practice or sleep is an invitation to deeper awareness. Restlessness invites curiosity. Wandering thoughts teach. Attachment. Frustration calls for patience. Fear points to the need for trust. By reframing challenges, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. This mindset fosters resilience and calm. But a profound stillness of mind and heart. This silence can feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable at first. It is the space where insights arise and healing occurs. Practicing silence daily, even for a few minutes, cultivates an inner refuge. In this refuge, worries lose their grip, and sleep becomes a peaceful journey. Embrace silence as a friend who guides you gently into rest. Embracing impermanent Zen teaches that all things, including difficulties and challenges, are impermanent. This truth offers comfort. No struggle. You ease attachment to outcomes. You learn to flow with life's rhythms. This acceptance invites peace into the present moment and into your sleep. Letting go of expectations. Expectations can create tension and disappointment. If you expect perfect meditation or flawless sleep, you set yourself up for frustration. Zen invites you to release these expectations and meet each moment as it is. Whether sleep comes quickly or slowly, accept it with openness. This openness reduces resistance and creates space for natural rest. Letting go is not giving up, but allowing. Integrating the teachings into your sleep practice. Integrating the teachings into your sleep practices, you prepare for sleep tonight. Bring these understandings to your mind. Zen is about experience, not belief. Meditation is gentle observation, not emptying. Small moments of mindfulness are powerful. You are welcome here exactly as you are. Challenges are part of the path. Compassion is your strongest ally. As you lay down, breathe deeply and rest in this openness. Know that your practice, even in struggle, is a precious gift. To yourself, guided reflection and relaxation. Now, close your eyes softly. Take a slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Allow any tension to soften. If worries arise, imagine them as leaves floating down a gentle stream. Watch them pass without chasing or holding. Return your attention to your breath, calm and steady. Repeat silently. I accept myself. I release struggle. I welcome peace. Let these words sink deep into your being. Allow the stillness to grow. Rest here, embraced by gentle acceptance. Feel your body sinking deeper into comfort. Feel your mind quieting like the surface of a calm lake. You are safe. You are held. Sleep is coming now. Soft and slow. Closing words, thank you for listening and sharing this space of compassion and understanding. Remember, every misconception unraveled and every challenge embraced brings you closer to the natural peace that lies within. May your sleep be deep, healing, and serene. May your days be filled with gentle presence. Until next time, rest well, dear friend. Good night. Stories and Koans for calming the mind. Deduction. Welcome, dear listener, to this tranquil chapter dedicated to stories and koans for calming the mind. As night descends and you prepare for sleep, your mind may still be active, restless, or wandering through worries and thoughts. Tonight, we will gently guide your awareness through ancient Zen stories and kana simple yet profound teachings, meant to dissolve confusion and quiet the restless mind. These tales are not puzzles to solve, but invitations to experience a stillness beyond thought. Let yourself sink into the quiet mystery they offer. No need to analyze or understand fully, simply listen, feel, and allow your mind to soften. This gentle unfolding is the perfect path to deep healing sleep. The power of storytelling in Zen stories have long been used in Zen as mirrors to reflect our own nature, unlike ordinary stories that entertain or instruct. Zen stories often carry layers of meaning beyond words. They awaken intuition and open the heart to a space beyond reasoning. When we listen deeply, these stories gently loosen mental knots, clearing space for calm. Each story tonight is a key, not to unlock a door, but to quietly rest beside it. As you breathe slowly, allow the narratives to wash over you like a gentle tide. Feel your mind settling, your thoughts slowing, your body relaxing. Story 1. The Empty Cup. Once, there was a learned professor who came to visit a Zen master. The professor was full of knowledge and proud of his wisdom. He eagerly asked the master to teach him about Zen. The master silently poured tea into the professor's cup. When the cup was full, he kept pouring, and the tea spilled onto the floor. The professor exclaimed, "Stop, the cup is full. No more will go in." The master gently said, "Like this cup, your mind is full of your own opinions and assumptions. How can I teach you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" Take a slow breath in and out. Reflect on this story. Your mind may be full of worries or plans. Tonight, invite yourself to gently let go. Empty your cup. Make room for calm. Story 2. The sound of one hand. A student approached the Zen master and asked, "Master, What is the sound of one hand clapping? The master responded not with words, but by raising one hand and moving it softly through the air. The student sat silently, realizing the question was not meant to be answered in the usual way. It was a koan, a tool to shift the mind beyond logic into direct experience. Breathe deeply now. What is the sound of one hand? Perhaps silence, perhaps a whisper. Allow your mind to rest with this question without needing an answer. Let it be a gentle mystery that quiets thinking. Story 3. The moon cannot be stolen. A Zen master lived alone in a mountain hut. One night, a thief came to steal his belongings. The master calmly woke and said, "You can take whatever you want, but you cannot take the moon." The thief was puzzled. The master pointed to the moon's reflection in a nearby pond. The thief realized some things cannot be possessed or taken. Let your breath be like the moon's reflection, come, steady and ungraspable. You'll sped your worries, and fears are like the thief. They cannot steal your inner peace unless you let them. Rest in the unstealable koan practice. Returning to the breath now, as you prepare to sleep, bring your attention to your breath. Notice the in-breath and the out-breath. Each breath is a gentle koan, a living paradox. It is always here, yet never the same. It is both movement and stillness. Sit quietly with your breath. If your mind wanders, return kindly to the breath. This simple practice helps dissolve mental noise. It opens a doorway to deep rest. Story 4. The flag and the wind. Two monks were debating whether the flag was moving or the wind was moving. One said, "The flag moves." The other said, "The wind moves." The Zen master overheard and said, "Not the wind, not the flag, but your mind moves." Feel your mind's movement now. Gently observe its waves. Imagine you are the sky, vast and still. Your thoughts are like passing clouds. Let them drift by without clinging. This spaciousness invites restful sleep. Story 5. No water. No Mona monk was meditating by a clear pond. Suddenly, the moon's reflection shimmered and disappeared as a wave rippled across the water. The monk realized that the moon itself did not vanish, only its reflection in the water. Zen teaches us that our worries and fears are like the ripples, passing and insubstantial. The true self is like the moon, calm, constant, and unchanging. Rest now in the moon's quiet light. Let your worries ripple away. Return to the peaceful core within you. Guided visualization. Entering the garden of stillness. Imagine yourself walking into a quiet Zen garden. The air is cool and fresh. You hear the soft rustling of leaves and the gentle trickle of water. You find a smooth stone to sit upon. Feel the stone beneath you, solid, steady, as you sit. You notice your breath flowing naturally, like the wind through the trees. The garden is a place without hurry or worry. It is timeless. Allow your mind to settle here. Each breath deepens your relaxation. Your body becomes heavier, your mind quieter. You feel safe and supported. Sleep is near. Story 6. The taste of Banzos. Banzo was a famous Zen master. One day, a disciple came to him and asked to taste the tea he brewed. Banzo smiled and said, "The taste is in the one who drinks." This story reminds us that experience is personal and direct. The sweetness of peace and rest comes from within you. There is no outside source to search for. Feel this truth now. Your rest, your sleep, your calmness are already inside you. Simply receive them. The role of silence between stories. Notice the quiet spaces between these stories and koans. Silence is not empty, it is full of possibility. Allow these spaces to expand. Let your mind rest in the pauses. Each silence is like a breath. Between waves, it nourishes stillness and invites sleep. Final koan. Who are you? Before sleep, reflect gently on the koan. Who are you? Not the name or roles you carry, but the true self beyond thought. There is no need to answer. just rest with a question. Let it dissolve into silence. Feel the mystery and peace in not knowing. This surrender invites deep rest. Closing relaxation now. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel your body melting into your bed. Release any tension in your face, neck, and shoulders. Allow your hands to rest softly by your sides. Feel your feet heavy and warm. Imagine a wave of calm moving slowly from your head to your toes. With every breath, sink deeper into comfort. Let the stories and koans wrap you like a soft blanket of peace. Sleep is here, gentle and sure. You are ready. Final words. Thank you for sharing this quiet journey. May these stories and koans continue to echo softly in your mind, guiding you into calmness and deep, rejuvenating sleep. Remember, the mind's restless chatter will fade like the evening light. What remains is the vast, still presence of your true nature. Rest in this truth. Good night, dear one. Conclusion: embracing the religion of no religion. Introduction to the final chapter of our journey. Embracing the religion of no-religion. As you prepare to surrender to peaceful sleep, allow these words to wash over you like a gentle river, carrying away tension and restless thoughts. In this moment, there is no need to hold on to beliefs, dogmas, or labels. There is only the simple truth of being here. Now, as you are Buddhism, often called the religion of no religion, invites us to step beyond boundaries and find freedom in openness. Tonight, we will gently explore this profound idea. Resting in its calm and timeless embrace, the invitation to let go. Take a slow, deep breath in and out. Feel your body begin to relax. Imagine with every exhale, you release expectations, judgments, and the weight of beliefs in the quiet space that remains. There is freedom. Buddhism is not about clinging to ideas, but about letting go. It is about waking up to the present moment, free from attachments. This freedom is like a soft breeze that moves through the trees, effortless and natural. Allow yourself to surrender to this breeze. Feel it gently carry you toward deep rest. Beyond labels and boundaries, our minds love to categorize and label. Religion, spirituality, faith. These words can become walls that separate us. But Buddhism encourages us to see beyond these walls. It shows us that the deepest truth cannot be boxed or defined. It is vast like the sky, clear like still water. No label can capture the fullness of your being. Rest in this openness. There is no need to belong anywhere to find peace. You are already part of the boundless flow of life. The essence of no religion does not mean no meaning. It means freedom from fixed beliefs that limit the heart. It means a living, breathing way to experience life directly. Buddhism teaches that the true path is not in scriptures or rituals, but in mindful awareness and compassion. Feel your breath as the bridge between body and mind. Notice how each breath carries you gently into this moment. Here there is no doctrine to obey, only the invitation to simply be. The middle way, balance and harmony. Buddhism offers the middle way, a path between extremes. Neither rigid attachment nor complete detachment, but a harmonious balance. This balance invites you to live with kindness, wisdom, and openness. As you lie here, feel this balance within you. Your body resting, your mind calm, like a perfectly balanced scale. You are poised between wakefulness and sleep. Allow this harmony to deepen your rest. Impermanence. The dance of life, everything changes. The core teaching of impermanence, your thoughts, emotions, body, all in gentle motion, is not to fear loss, but to embrace life's flow. Like autumn leaves falling, each moment is a letting go. Imagine yourself as a leaf, floating down a serene stream. No need to resist or hold on. Trust the natural rhythm of life and sleep. Feel your mind softening, your body sinking. You are part of this endless dance. Compassion and kindness. Buddhism, as heart beats with compassion, kindness toward yourself and others. As you prepare to sleep, turn kindness inward, gently forgive yourself for any mistakes or worries from the day. See your own imperfections with gentle eyes. You deserve rest and peace as you breathe softly. Send out warmth from your heart. Imagine a golden light expanding with each breath. Embracing all beings with love, rest in this field of compassion. Mindfulness, returning to presence mindfulness, is the practice of returning to the present moment. No matter where your thoughts wander, you can always come back to now. Feel your body. Lying here, supported by the bed. Hear the gentle rhythm of your breath. Notice the quiet sounds around you. All is as it is. There is no need to rush. Rest in the gentle presence of this moment. The illusion of self-Buddhism invites us to see through the illusion of a fixed self. You are not a separate, isolated being, but part of an interconnected web. Feel your body and mind dissolve into the vastness around you, like waves merging back into the ocean. Your worries, your fears, your identity blend with the endless sky. There is no you and me. There is only this quiet, infinite presence. Rest here now. Zen's direct experience and Buddhism emphasizes direct experience over theory. It is about feeling reality as it is, without filters. As you lie here, notice the sensations in your body, the softness of your sheets, the warmth of your breath. These simple sensations are the doorway to awakening. Allow yourself to rest fully in this direct experience. Sleep is the natural continuation of this awareness. The practice of letting go as you drift closer to sleep. Practice letting go again. Let go of the day's concerns. The mind's chatter, let go of trying to control or fix anything. Surrender fully to the present moment. Feel your body becoming heavier. Your mind quieter. Sleep is a natural letting go. Trust in your body's wisdom. Allow yourself to fall gently into rest. The stillness within you is a stillness that is untouched by noise or distraction. This stillness is the essence of the religion of no religion. It is always here, beneath the surface. You can return to it any time by simply breathing and being. Rest. Now in this stillness, feel it expanding in every part of your being. Sleep will come easily now, carrying you into renewal. Closing reflection. You for sharing this sacred space tonight. Remember, you do not need to adopt a label or belief to find peace. You only need to be present, open, and kind to yourself. Buddhism's gift is this freedom. Freedom from dogma, from fear, from separation. Embrace the religion of no religion. Embrace the stillness within. May your sleep be deep, your dreams gentle, and your waking moments bright with calm. Good night. Final guided breath for sleep. Take a slow breath in, hold it for a moment, exhale fully. With each breath, feel your body relax more deeply, sink into the softness beneath you. Feel your mind slow, like clouds drifting across a vast sky. Allow yourself to fall effortlessly into peaceful sleep. You are safe, you are calm. You are free. Narrator's gentle voice. Welcome, dear listener. As the night settles around you and the world grows quiet, you've come to this sacred space, a sanctuary not just of words, but of experience, of stillness, of presence. Tonight, we'll walk together through the path of Zen Buddhism, the school of direct experience. Not to memorize, not to analyze, but simply to be, to breathe, to rest deeply in the wisdom of the present moment. Let your eyes close softly now. Feel the bed beneath you, gently holding your weight. Let go of the day's noise. And slowly, let your attention settle like snow on a still pond. This is not a lecture. It's not a lesson. This is a remembering, a returning to something ancient, silent, and already within you. Chapter 1. What is Zen? Zen, a word so short, yet holding centuries of silence. The word Zen comes from the Sanskrit dhyana, which means meditation. It passed through China as Chan-A and into Japan, where it became Zen. But Zen is not a religion in the traditional sense. It's not a belief system to be followed blindly. There are no dogmas to defend, no scriptures to memorize, no divine figures to worship. Zen is experience, not secondhand, not theory, but direct, unfiltered, raw, and real. It asks no one to believe. It invites everyone to see. See clearly. See now. Zen says, don't listen to the echo of other people's truths. Instead, listen to your breath. Listen to this moment, to the rise and fall of your chest, to the silence between sounds. Zen is not about reaching heaven. It's about waking up here, now in the temple of your own breath. As you rest deeper now, let this ancient whisper find you. There is nowhere to go, nothing to achieve, just this breath, just this being, just this. Chapter 2. The direct path to reality. Most religions walk a long, winding path. They describe maps, symbols, parables, heavens and hells. They ask for faith in the unseen. Zen does not. Zen invites you to walk without a map, to trust what you see, hear, feel, to notice how the sun rises without permission, how the moon reflects even in puddles, how a flower blooms with no instruction. Zen is radical in its simplicity. It says, do not worship the finger pointing to the moon. Look up, see the moon. Do not worship the teachings. Live them. Do not chant about awakening. Wake up. This is why Zen monks sit in stillness for hours, not to escape life, but to see it. More clearly, you are not being asked to believe anything tonight, only to rest, only to be, to trust that your breath is enough, that your being is sacred. No pilgrimage needed. Chapter 3. Stories over Scriptures. Izan is famous for its stories, its kohuns, not big books, but brief riddles, stories meant to confuse the mind so the soul can awaken. Let me tell you a short one, whispered by candlelight in ancient temples. A monk asked the master, "What is Buddha?" The master replied, 3 pounds of flax. No explanation, no logic, just 3 pounds of flax. Why? Because Zen knows the mind wants meaning. It wants to wrap everything in neat boxes. But reality is not a box. Reality is lived. And so these cones are used to break the mind's grip, to shake it loose, until the only thing left is presence. As you fall deeper into stillness tonight, let go of the need to understand. You don't have to solve anything. You don't need to answer. Just let the question dissolve and rest in the silence. That follows. Chapter 4. Zen and the present moment. Zen asks, where is the past? Where is the future? They exist only in thought, only in memory, only in imagination. Zen returns you to the only place that ever existed. Now feel your breath, not the one before, not the one after. Just this breath. This is your temple. Is your prayer. Zen is not a future destination. It's the quiet joy of drinking tea, the miracle of listening to rain, the sacredness of folding your blanket at dawn. There is no later. There is only now, and now is enough. Let your breath guide you. Let your body melt into the bed. No striving, no effort, just being. Chapter 5. The Zen Master. Within Zen, because you are the master. You are not broken. You are not missing anything. You are not far from truth. You are truth. You are the awakened one, just momentarily asleep. Zen whispers, don't seek the light in someone else's eyes. Look inward. The candle has always been burning. You simply needed stillness to see it. Tonight, as you drift, let that inner light rise. Not to blind you, but to gently warm your soul. You are home. You've always been. Chapter 6. Zen and Nature. The great teachers and monks often lived in mountains, not to escape the world, but to learn from its silence. The wind is a great master. The rain teaches non-resistance. The tree teaches patience. The moon teaches presence. Nature is Zen's greatest scripture, written in petals and rivers and stars. Tonight, imagine yourself in a bamboo forest, a gentle breeze brushing your cheek, a stream whispering lullabies nearby, the sky above, open and vast here. Nothing needs to be different. Everything belongs, just as you are. Chapter 7. Sleep, as a Zen practice, Zen does not end when eyes close. In fact, sleep is a sacred practice. It is the moment the ego loosens its grip, the chatter fades, the body returns to stillness, and the soul dances in dreams. You are not escaping life by sleeping. You are healing. You are remembering. Let sleep take you now, not as a task, but as a surrender. No mantra, no effort, just soft awareness of being here. Now, inhale, exhale. You are held, you are safe, you are free. Chapter 8. A final koan for the soul. One day, a student asked the Zen master, "Master, how do I enter Zen?" The master replied, "Do you hear the sound of the stream?" "Yes," the student said. "Enter from there," whispered the master. "So tonight, do you hear your breath? The distant hum of the night, the quiet rhythm of your heart. Enter from there. This is Zen. This is the school of direct experience. No robes, no rituals, just this. Sleep deeply now. You've returned to yourself. You've arrived here at the edge of thought, the beginning of silence, the space where truth doesn't need to be spoken, and still it is understood. Tonight, you are invited to simply rest, not just your body, not just your breath, but even your beliefs, your identities, your struggles to be someone or to get somewhere. All of that is gently allowed to dissolve. Let us now begin our journey together into the gentle, ancient, and liberating wisdom of Zen, Buddhism, a path that some call the religion of no religion. Chapter 1. The silence beyond words. Imagine a path not paved with commandments, rituals, or rules, but with space and presence, a way of being, the religion of no religion. Why? Because it doesn't ask you to believe in anything, not in gods or heavens, not in dogma or hierarchy. It asks only one thing: to see clearly, to be present, to wake up from the dream of separation. And in that waking up, you begin to see the sacred in everything. Chapter 2. Beyond belief. Direct experience Zen does not hand you a map. It places you in the middle of the forest and gently says, "Look, listen, feel, be." There are no intermediaries between you and truth. No preacher, no prophet. Only the quiet rhythm of your breath, the stillness of your heart, the awareness behind your eyes. This is why Zen is called direct experience, because what you seek, you already are. Just for tonight, you don't need to understand. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to achieve peace. You only need to allow it. Chapter 3. Letting go of the raft. Buddha once said, "The Dhamma is like a raft." Once you cross the river, you don't carry the raft on your head. Even the teachings are not meant to be clung to. They are tools, not truths, carved in stone. In Zen, we learn to let go. Let go of thoughts, let go of the need to be right, let go of the idea of spiritual progress. Just breathe, just feel, that is enough. Chapter 4. The power of not knowing. You may have questions. What is the meaning of life? Why am I here? What happens after death? Zen meets these questions with a soft smile and answers. Don't know, but not in ignorance. In wonder, there is deep peace in not knowing, because when the mind stops chasing answers, the heart opens, and you begin to live. Fully breathe in and surrender your questions. Breathe out and enter the mystery. Chapter 5. The Koan. Of sleep in Zen, a koan is a riddle, a paradox that breaks logic and opens the mind to deeper understanding. Tonight, here's your koan. How do you fall asleep? Without trying to fall asleep, you can't force it. You can't will it. You simply let it happen. When the trying drops, sleep comes, just like enlightenment, just like peace. So let go of trying, and sleep will arrive on its own. Chapter 6. You are not your thoughts as you lay here. You may notice thoughts rising and falling. Worries, stories, memories. They appear like clouds in the vast sky of your awareness. But remember, you are not the clouds. You are the sky. Let the thoughts come. Let them go. There is no need to chase them. No need to push them away. Just breathe and watch. And be. Chapter 7. The sound of one hand clapping another, famous Cone, asks, what is the sound of one hand clapping? There is no answer the mind can give, because it's not meant to be solved. It's meant to be experienced in the same way. Peace is not an answer. It is a presence you can feel right now, in your chest, in your belly, in the weight of your body against the bed, in the rhythm of your breath. Feel it now, the soundless sound, the answerless answer, the peace that is already here. Chapter 8. Death is just a breath away in Zen. We do not fear death because we learn that each breath is a death and a rebirth. The inhale rises. The exhale fades, and something new is born. Every moment is fresh. Every moment is sacred. So let tonight be a little death. Of all that you carry, all that you struggle with, let it fade with your exhale and with your inhale. Let peace rise. Chapter 9. The moon in the Waterei Zen. Master once pointed to the moon reflected in a still pond. He said, most people chase the reflection, but the wise look up and see the real moon. Your thoughts, your ideas of who you are reflections. They are not the real you. The real you is vast, silent, untouched. You are the moon, not the reflection. Your eyes, feel your stillness, and look up, beyond thought, into that which simply is. Chapter 10. Final words, embracing the no religionso. Here we are at the edge of words, at the edge of self. What have we learned? That there's nothing to learn, only to unlearn, to unburden. To be Zen doesn't give you more beliefs. It takes them away until only awareness remains. You are that awareness right here, right now, not tomorrow, not in the next lifetime, but in this breath. And as you drift into sleep, may you remember, you don't need a religion. You don't need a system. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be . Voice slows further, almost whispering. May your dreams be filled with silence. May your sleep be deep, like the stillness of a Zen garden after rain. Good night, sweet soul. You have come home. Welcome, dear listener. Tonight, we journey into a timeless teaching from the Zen tradition, a teaching that invites us to awaken, not by striving or achieving, but by letting go, to die before we die, to release our grip on the identity we have carefully crafted, the persona we carry, the mask we present to the world, and in doing so, to discover the boundless peace that was always here, waiting beneath the surface. Let your body rest gently. Feel the weight of gravity support you. Feel the breath rising and falling. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go, only this moment, and the stillness it offers. Let us begin. Chapter 1. The illusion of identity throughout our lives. We create and maintain a self-image, a persona. It may be strong, kind, successful, wounded, spiritual, intelligent, or perhaps confused. We present this self to others, and we work to protect it, defend it, even against truth, even against change. But who are we really? Are we the job we do, the memories we carry, the roles we play? Zen whispers gently that the self we cling to is not the ultimate truth. It is a temporary arrangement, like clouds in the sky, or a wave upon the ocean. When we identify too deeply with the wave, we forget we are the ocean. And so, the Zen path invites us to die before we die, not a physical death, but a death of illusion. The letting go of that which is not essential, of that which cannot remain, of that which was never truly us. Chapter 2, Shunryu Suzuki, and the Grace of Death. The Japanese Zen master Shunryu Suzuki, upon being diagnosed with terminal cancer, was asked by a student, "Are you afraid of dying?" Suzuki's simple reply was, "I am not dying. I am not living. I am just here." His words contain a profound truth. For in the heart of Zen, life and death are not opposites, but two expressions of the same unfolding birth and death. Inhale and exhale, sound and silence, all arise and dissolve within the vastness of awareness. Zen teaches that our true nature is beyond coming and going, beyond arrival and departure. And so, when Suzuki faced his own death, he did so with equanimity, not because he felt no grief or fear, but because he rested in a deeper truth. That which is born dies, but that which is aware of birth and death is not confined by either. Chapter 3, Ryokan's poem, Embracing Impermanence. The Zen poet Ryokan, after the loss of his beloved nephew, wrote these words, "The world of dew is the world of dew. And yet, so simple, so poignant, that dew appears glistening in the morning light. And then it disappears, just like us, just like everything we hold dear. And yet, our hearts respond with tenderness, with longing, with love." This too is part of the path. Zen does not deny grief. It does not pretend we are unmoved. Rather, it invites us to feel it all, to breathe with it, to bow to it, and to let it pass through us like wind through bamboo. Chapter 4, the practice of presence. With the dying for those who care for the dying, Zen offers no dogma, no guarantees, no comforting fantasies. Instead, it offers presence. Simple, direct, compassionate presence. To sit with the dying is to sit with ourselves, to hold a hand without trying to fix, to listen without trying to explain, to allow silence to be enough. In these moments, our defenses fall away. The masks we wear dissolve, and what remains is real, raw, and profoundly human. Zen teaches that in death, as in life, we are called to wake up, not to escape, but to see clearly, to be with what is, to love without clinging, to grieve without despair, to let go without turning away. Chapter 5, Emptiness. The heart of Zen. At the core of Zen lies the teaching of emptiness. This does not mean nothingness or void in a bleak or nihilistic sense. Emptiness means that nothing exists independently. All things arise in relationship. A flower is empty of separate self because it depends on soil, sunlight, water, and air. You are empty of fixed identity because you arise from parents, language, culture, time, biology, emotion. Everything is connected. Everything is in motion. When we see this clearly, we stop grasping at the illusion of permanence. We stop insisting that I must be a certain way. We become free, free to change, free to let go, free to be. Chapter 6, The Chariot and the Mirror. The Buddha once explained emptiness using the image of a chariot. If you take apart the wheels, the axle, the frame, where is the chariot? There is no separate thing called chariot, apart from its parts. And so it is with the self. Remove your name, your memories, your roles, your preferences. Where is the you? Yet just as the chariot functions, even though it has no separate existence, you too move through life, interact, feel love, and live. But the self is not what you think it is. And when you realize this deeply, the need to defend it fades away. And in that space, peace begins. Chapter 7, Non-Seeking and the Path of Effortless Efforts, and tells us that what we seek is already here. We are like a fish searching for water, like a bird looking for air. The moment we stop seeking, stop striving, and simply rest, the truth reveals itself. Zen calls this effortless effort. We practice not to gain something, but to remember we sit in meditation not to become better, but to wake up to what is already complete. This is the path of Wu Wei, the action of non-action, allowing life to move through us, rather than trying to control it, letting go and letting be. Chapter 8. The gift of letting go as sleep begins to draw you into its quiet embrace. Imagine letting go of your name, letting go of your role, letting go of the need to be anything or anyone, letting go of thoughts, of past, of future. Just resting here, now. In the spacious awareness that has always been with you, there is no self to protect, no identity to uphold, no story to maintain, only breath, only presence, only this. This is what it means to die before you die, to release everything that is not essential, and in doing so, to touch the infinite freedom that cannot die. Chapter 9. Closing reflection, the mirror of the moon in Zen poetry. The moon is a symbol of the awakened mind. It shines quietly, touching all things, but clings to none. The lake reflects the moon perfectly. But the moon is not in the lake. So it is with you. But you are not the experience. You reflect identity. But you are not the persona. You reflect life. And one day, you will reflect death. But who you truly are cannot be captured in either you or the mirror. Still clear, open, no longer. Afraid to let the image dissolve, because what remains is light. Outro whispered tone. Fading music. Sleep now. Rest in this freedom. You do not need to hold on. You do not need to strive. There is no self to defend, and nothing to fear. Are here, only now, and that is enough. Good night. Welcome, dear listener. You're here now in this quiet space. There's no need to do anything, no need to try. Simply be. Let this moment be just what it is. Tonight, we embark on a gentle journey into the heart of Zen, a path that invites you not to believe, not to follow blindly, but simply to see, to feel, and to be. This is the religion of no religion. Chapter 1. A path without walls. Zen Buddhism does not ask for your faith. It does not demand your loyalty to a god or a doctrine. Instead, it offers you something else. Direct, unfiltered experience. As you lie here, let your body soften into the surface beneath you. Let your breath fall gently, like petals in Zen. There are no rigid answers, only the invitation to look inward, to sit in stillness, to breathe, to witness. The path is not something outside of you, it is within. Already here, you don't need to travel far. You are already home. Chapter 2. Silence speaks. Imagine a vast sky. Endless. Open. Clouds passing like thoughts. Zen is that sky. It does not grasp at each cloud. It lets them pass so too. Let your thoughts drift across the sky of your awareness. You don't need to hold them. You don't need to stop them. Just notice and let go. Every breath you take is a gentle bow to this moment, to this quiet, to this now. Zen teaches that truth is not found in words, but in silence, not in clinging, but in letting go. So, rest now, not trying to achieve anything, not trying to be anything, simply being. And that is enough. Chapter 3. No belief needed. The great Zen master Alan Watts once said, Buddhism is not a system of belief, it is a method for discovering the nature of consciousness. Let those words settle into you. Breathe in, breathe out. There is nothing to fix tonight. There is no better version of you waiting in the future. There is only now. This inhale, this exhale. Buddhism asks not for blind belief, but for open eyes and an open heart. So, let your heart soften. Let go of the need to understand, to label, to solve, and simply feel. This presence, this peace. Chapter 4. The gentle art of letting go. Letting go does not mean losing. It means surrendering what was never ours to hold. Control, worry, expectation, these are like leaves in the wind. You can watch them, you can even reach for them, but you cannot keep them. So now imagine gently placing your worries on a paper boat and placing that boat on a slow, quiet stream. It float farther and farther away. No resistance, only flow. Letting go means trusting this moment. Trusting that you don't have to hold everything together, because life will carry you like a river. Softly, quietly home. 5. Just this breath. Zen is not a destination. It is not a temple or a mountaintop. It is this breath. This one, the breath you are taking right now. Notice it how it enters cool, smooth, and how it leaves warm, gentle. You don't need to change it. You don't need to deepen it. You just need to meet it. To meet yourself here now. Chapter 6. No self, only presence in Zen. We often ask, who is breathing? Is it you or is it breath? Simply breathing itself. When you stop trying to be someone, you become everything. The wind in the trees, the moonlight on still water, the silence between heartbeats. There is no you that needs to be perfect, only presence, and that presence is sacred. It is you. It is all. So rest, dear one, not as a name, not as a role, but as pure being. Chapter 7. A cone for the soul. Here is a gentle Zen cone. Let it wash over you like moonlight on calm waves. What is your original face before your parents were born? Let your mind relax. There is no answer, only mystery, only quiet. In the world of Zen, we don't chase answers, we rest in wonder, so let yourself float. In this vast not dash knowing, it is safe, it is peaceful, it is home. Chapter 8. Return to the beginning. Come back now, to the beginning where nothing was asked of you, where no answers were needed. Only this breath, only this softness, only this presence. Zen is not something to achieve. It is what remains. When all striving falls away, you are not broken. You are not behind. You are already whole, already enough, already resting in the arms of now. Closing whispered affirmation. As you drift into sleep, may your thoughts become clouds. May your breath become wind. May your body become one with the earth beneath you. And may your heart open like a flower to the silence of the night. You are safe, you are loved, you are free to just be. Good night and welcome home.